$200.
Couple hundred for sure. I'll hit him up.
See, yeah, he's. You don't have access.
For sure. I can't eat it for sure.
For sure. Yeah.
It ain't even nigga, just for show. Nigga, like.
Y'all got an accent, man. Just embrace it.
I mean, I've embraced it because, again, like, but. This is also coming from a nigga who's not well traveled, so I haven't been able to really see the difference.
You come to my city, you'll be like,
never been to San Francisco in his life.
Nah, but I mean, I met niggas. That's the thing about living in LA. You meet everyone from everywhere.
That's true.
And I guarantee once you go there, they'll be like, oh yeah, you ain't from here. You talk like you on TV.
Nigga, I go to Palm Springs and I feel like that.
Oh, true.
Like, nigga, as soon as I step outside the city, I feel like an outsider.
Yeah. yeah, LA niggas just that cool, huh?
I mean, I love my city so much, man.
Nigga, you literally said you have shades that you put on for the podcast because these are Showtime shades.
Showtime shades, yeah.
LA nigga. That's it.
Well, Showtime shades, man. What can I say? But again, I don't like being on camera, so you know.
Yeah, you want to do a podcast?
Well, nigga, we started out doing audio.
Yeah, two.
Originally, it was audio, so it wasn't an issue. But.
All right, welcome back, people. This is the 420 Wrap Up Podcast. This episode 123. This KG.
Big Juice.
Westside.
And we back at it again, people. We appreciate all the views y'all giving us. Go ahead and subscribe to the 420 Wrap Up Podcast. 420 Wrap Up Podcast on YouTube, 420 Wrap Up Podcast on IG.
Just type in 420, it'll come up.
It's us.
Use the button,
Yeah, you'll see three black folk talking shit, pretty much. But
sometimes four.
Yeah, sometimes four. Yeah, if niggas' work schedules can, align.
At least the nigga working though.
You gotta commend that.
At least it's not like he just didn't say, nah, I don't feel like it today, and he's sitting at home on some bullshit.
Right.
Or just very consistent. I mean, these episode numbers are going by very slowly all of a sudden. I used to be like 87, 98.
And then they come in 101.
And I'm like, damn, 123. I remember 121 and 120.
Yeah, we started off in the 120s when we started the YouTube page. So yeah.
There you go again.
Oh my god.
But this is
you did it. Y'all who hearing it, y'all heard it.
This our third.
Rewind it back, you heard it.
For YouTube.
This Baltimore. Okay, I guess.
I'm just
I mean, it's fine. I love my city.
It's just that I can tell you.
But shit, nigga, come March, I'm gonna be able to see what this Baltimore accent really like. You know what I mean?
I can't wait to see you in Baltimore, nigga.
Oh man, it's gonna be interesting.
Right. Yeah.
Cause I'm already looking at the places and I'm like, fuck.
Hold on, fam. We not gonna. First, you started off in pre-production shitting on my accent. Then you gonna shit on my city? What's up with you?
I'm not shitting on the city. I'm just saying I'm a very bougie nigga.
You from LA?
I'm from LA, nigga. That's cool. You know?
Y'all want a Super Bowl?
Hey, man.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all just had a glorious halftime show.
Right, nigga. That was probably the best halftime show since motherfucking Marvin Gaye and Whitney Houston and shit. Michael Jackson and all that.
I don't know about that.
Don't be a hater. You was crip walking, nigga.
I was.
You was
crip walking.
But nah, man, I said that.
40 other niggas crip walking. That was the field.
That was wild.
That was wild.
I think that was a little excessive.
Or a version of the crip.
That was a little excessive.
Yeah.
I can say that, but I get what they were trying to,
I give an unpopular opinion.
But hold on. I'll say this, and then we can talk about the halftime. But I've been looking at the Airbnbs, just trying to find something good. It's kind of rough, man. It's kind of rough. And the shit that they want me to pay, I don't mind paying, but it's like, bruh, y'all want me to pay for this? But again, I am a bougie nigga. I'm very spoiled.
He's just mad because he's seeing townhomes as opposed to luxurious fucking half mansions. I said he could look outside in Montgomery County. You could look outside. You know what I'm saying? If you want to stay in DC, you can. It's a 45-minute drive, but again, I know your ass don't like to drive far. So
I mean, I'm just trying to make
help you
it
out.
convenient too. Like I don't want to be too far from where
People, from where the action is.
Yeah, you know what I mean. So
you in DC, I can't help you. I don't know niggas in DC.
nigga, I don't know nobody.
Exactly. I know a few people, but I don't know that many niggas.
You know, so but yeah, nah. So I'm just trying to find a nice little. But I've been looking like in every little. I even looked up the little spot where y'all having the party at, so I could see if I could get something close to there. You know what I mean? So.
That's smart.
And I found a couple of places. I was showing Joe, like me and that nigga, we fuck. I gotta show you too. But I found a couple of spots. You know what I mean? It's just trying to make that last deciding factor. But again, I don't mind paying. I've been saving my money up. You know.
This nigga got a good job. You can't tell him shit down.
I don't mind paying. If I'm gonna travel, nigga, I'm gonna make it worth it. You know what I mean? So, but I'm not shitting on the city. I can't shit on the city. I ain't been there yet. So. And even honestly, I don't have no reason to shit on anyone's city because I'm from LA. It's one of the best fucking cities in the world, nigga. So for me to shit on someone else's city
would be like looking down on somebody.
Yeah,
Trying to say.
like, look, I can't.
So y'all already look down on people. So let me not shit on you until I visit your piece of shit. And then I'll look down on you.
Everybody want to come out here. You know what I mean? So it's like I can't sit here and look down on everywhere else, and I've never been. But I know where people want to go. You know what I mean? So
I know my neck right now. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, I got a crook in my neck, so I got to turn my whole body when I talk to people. So let me address Cornel. Do you hear this bullshit this nigga is spewing out his mouth? You know what I'm saying? You hear the bullshit that's coming out of his mouth. I understand this is a vacation state. You know what I'm saying? But he's going to discredit our cities. Like, I mean, come on, Chicago.
You see what Tommy?
I've never been.
You see what Tommy said to Adolfo? He said, "Fuck it, I ain't coming no more. I'm staying in Chicago." That nigga moved out west.
I've never been to Chicago. Again, I can't speak on places I ain't never been to.
Tommy lived there.
So you know, but at the end of the day, you know, I'm born and raised in a place where everybody want to come or be from. One or the other.
Wait. Where everyone wants to be from?
I don't know, but I heard a lot of people say they want to be here.
I was like, hold on, you moving the goalposts.
Be here, be from, nigga. No. Everybody adopt the gang bang culture, nigga. Everybody was up out of their seats during the halftime because the West Coast is represented, nigga.
Cause we love Snoop Dogg.
we love. Mary J was up there. 50 was up there. Those are East Coast representatives.
You know what? I was not expecting 50 Cent. That shit was funny when that fat ass nigga was hanging upside down.
Okay,
he's not fat.
Why do people keep calling this nigga fat?
He's older, fam. He's not gonna have the skinny face. Yeah, he's not gonna have the skinny 27, 28-year-old face when he first came out rapping.
That nigga has about 50 more pounds of muscle.
I'm not saying that he's supposed to, but he's a lot bigger than he was in the original video, nigga.
Yeah,
his mistake was wearing that damn chain that was bumping his face while he was upside down, which added upon the craziness.
Apparition is going on outside.
Yeah, it sounds like, you know.
You hear that, right?
Zombie apocalypse. Sounds like a zombie apocalypse. I've heard movies start like that.
Nigga, I got my heat, so I ain't tripping. We're gonna survive for at least a good 45 minutes. We're gonna figure it out after that.
I got no food in this bitch. God damn, we be down bad.
Nah, nigga, he took the last water, so we ain't got shit. Nigga, we on shower water and motherfucking faucet water in this bitch.
That's the first thing that's gonna be turned off, the faucet water.
Yeah, right.
Better fill up now, nigga.
Right.
Stupid.
LA faucet water.
That's gonna kill us.
That's nigga right, nigga. That's all types of shit.
That's where the effects came from.
Oh yeah, right.
Nigga, if you ain't started drinking that water,
it has the elixir there to turn you into.
If you ain't started drinking that water since you was a baby, nigga, you fucked up.
That's how you get the
Cause
accent.
you gotta be immune to that shit in order to fuck with it.
That's how you get the accent.
This nigga.
That's how you turn into niggas like C-Mac. You know what I mean?
Oh, man. That nigga's a fool. And actually, you know what? We can speak on C-Mac because recently, I know it's a little old now because we're recording a little bit later, but for those that don't know, that nigga recently called a DP, and it, you know, went viral and shit.
Well, you gotta explain to the people first who Crip and Mac is, and then who.
Well, Crip Mac.
Or Crip Mac. I always Crip and Mac is just funny to me, so I always address that nigga as such. And what a DP is, because like you said, everybody who wants to be from LA, we don't know what a DP is, possibly.
Well, nah, because DP is for sure LA term.
I know for a fact. I was like DP.
Yeah, they don't use that.
I know what it means because I used to watch the Hood DVD, Hood DVDs, and
I think
all that other shit.
And what do they call it? I can't remember what they call it like on the East Coast and shit. But nah, they call it something different on the East Coast. DP basically just stands for discipline. So when they got here say, "Oh, nigga, your DP coming up," or you about to get a DP, it's just mean you about to get disciplined.
And disclaimer, folks, I don't know nothing about this gang shit, so I'm like Gary. I'm gonna take a back seat and let Gary go ahead.
Well, I'll be short with it because I don't want to go into.
No, you don't have to.
But
man,
for those that don't know, C Mac or Crip Mac, he's I guess you can. That nigga's funny to me.
He's a character.
He's a true entertainer in every way. That nigga raps.
I should have known he rap. I was about to say
he be rapping. I'm not gonna say he's the greatest rapper, but he raps. He does his shit. I don't hate on no nigga that rap. I'll say that because at the end of the day, you're just trying to get your money the same way every other man is out here. But his music is not for me. I'll say that. But the nigga raps. You know what I mean? And he making his money that way too. He doing YouTube videos and shit. He done got his name out through Instagram and all that shit. I didn't see that nigga doing commercials, not like TV commercials, but like commercials for people paying him to, put their shit out there.
Yeah, you were speaking of something that you wanted to get done before the podcast.
Right.
Which I find hilarious.
Right.
And I will chip in.
Right.
So,
but saying all that to say, he's from 5-5 Neighborhood Crip.
55th Street.
So, and then...
I mean, he has it all over his face.
Nigga got it all... I was just about to say, he got it tatted all on his face. He got Hoover Killer tatted on his forehead.
One second.
He's an interesting looking man. You know what I mean? At the end of the day.
Interesting looking man. Small way to
And he's a nigga that stands on what he says. I'll give him that because, well, at least from the outside looking in.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
It's a good thing, in my opinion, because you have an individual who's putting himself out there on the internet into the world to see, and he's cripping, at the end of the day, and he keeping it.
This is just a gift, but this is what this thing looks like.
Oh wow,
yeah,
gang member.
He keeping it
55th Street.
What can I say? That's what he would say. He keeping it 55th Street.
55th Street.
But no, I mean
the crazy thing is he looked like freaking Corey.
Nigga. And I've been trying to figure out who he looks like.
I believe he's.
I know. Not the comedian. That nigga's funny.
I believe he's Samoan and like black or something.
I can see
like
that. Yeah, I can see that.
But what I was gonna say was, when it comes to the game making shit, you got a lot of niggas out here that just talk about it, but he's one of the niggas who really be putting this shit out there for the world to see.
Well, like RT said, there's 50,000 active gang members in LA, and he's one of them.
He's
clearly,
for sure.
You never deny.
But there was a situation that was brought up online where some old Facebook pages had came up that he had where he was just being a kid, and you could tell that the nigga just wanted to be a gang member so bad because it was like he was claiming different hoods on the shit, and then it came to a point where he started dissing neighborhoods on there. So that's what got him the DP, the discipline. So basically, when you get DP, it's discipline from your hood.
Oh, violation.
That's a violation.
That's why I'm like, it sounds like a violation.
Same shit, basically. Yeah. And they discipline for you. They're disciplining you for that. Whatever the situation may be. So that's who C-Mac is. But recently, he just got DP, and there was a short clip going around of him like getting up.
I'm trying not to get into the humor here.
It's hilarious.
The head ass humor.
Oh yeah, I got you.
Very hard.
I kind of just said it.
Yeah, I mean, I got you, but no, this is some real shit.
I know.
But saying all that, to say it was a video that, like I said, a little 10-second clip where it came out where you see this nigga like, getting pulled up from off the ground and shit. But this is after, I'm assuming in the way that it's looking and sounds, this is like after rounds of fighting, because you hear him say, damn, we going again. Did you hear him say it like, damn, again, cuz? Like, ooh. So it's like, damn, but saying all that to say, I respect that nigga for that, because a lot of niggas, even just growing up in LA and knowing certain individuals and just hearing about certain motherfuckers and seeing certain motherfuckers. I went to school with niggas that started out crippin' and then ended up being blood, and that shit is just crazy. Or vice versa. They started out bloods and now they crips. I've seen that shit happen. So I can respect the nigga who you're seeing a Facebook page from him where he was, I think he said 14 or some shit.
How old is he now?
I don't know. He a grown man.
Yeah, grown man.
Like,
I don't know how old he is.
I'm like, that's the horrors of social media.
I want to say he's like past 25 at this point.
Yeah.
I will say that.
That's what I expect.
Yeah, he's past 25. I say that.
Jesus, with half his teeth missing, I hope so.
Hey man, to each his own. But
yeah, I mean, when you get in that many fights,
yeah, he pushes the line and he does it to the extent to where he doesn't have a problem.
So why ain't get no dentures?
I mean, I think he said he's gonna get that. Like, he got a lot of shit. That's the thing. Like, this nigga, I give it to him, man. He's really pursuing his dreams type shit.
He knows how to monetize himself.
Yeah, all through being a crypto. That's the crazy part.
A crypt.
And it's like not a crypt, a crypto.
Not crypto. Not crypto.
But I give it to him because at the end of the day, he's just being himself. You know what I mean? Not once have I seen this nigga come out of character, so to speak. It may not be a character. It may just truly be himself. I've seen multiple interviews where it's literally just him being himself. You know what I mean? So I can respect a nigga like that. But I also respect a nigga that can stand up and, stand on his crippin'. Or if he a blood, stand on him being a blood. You know what I mean? Vice versa. I can respect it, or a nigga that really stands on what they say.
Well, speaking on standing on crippin', Super Bowl halftime.
Right.
How do we? Well, let's again. I'm gonna have you. This is just an LA show, my brother. We are just mere peasants from the Midwest and from the East Coast that are just here to bow down, I guess, as he would say. Let him tell the story.
Free Larry. Free Larry Hoover.
Bow down, nigga.
Oh, let me hang.
I thought you was
West Side.
Oh, well, that too, yeah. Well, that too. Yes, this is your time to shine, sir.
Jeff Ward.
Y'all won the Super Bowl. Y'all had a great halftime show.
It was excellent halftime show. I mean, look, man, I grew up a West Coast fan as far as art, rapping and shit. So for a nigga like me and for niggas like me, that was beautiful to see.
Yeah.
You're looking at
That was a Super Bowl within a Super Bowl.
That was a Super Bowl within a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
To me, it was like you ain't really seen nothing like that since.
You ain't seen many niggas on prime.
I'll say the closest thing you'll get to something like that, honestly, the way they did it, and although this particular tour was better, was an Up in Smoke tour.
Yeah.
Up in Smoke tour was way better.
I've heard people compare it to that and want them to go on tour.
It was
not all of them, but like
it was something similar, yeah. Because at the Up in Smoke tour, nigga, you had West Side Connection, fucking Eminem, fucking Snoop, Dre. Pretty much everybody at that time that they was fucking with was on that tour. That was Exhibit, I believe, was on that. Was Exhibit on that tour? I may be wrong about that. But I may be wrong about Exhibit being on that tour. But nigga, it was just like everybody at the time that they was fucking with was on that tour. The famous Dub C Crip Walk video when he's on stage crip walking, that's from the Up in Smoke tour. So.
Well, that was like early 2000s, like 02?
That was early 2000s, yeah. Like a motherfucker. And I mean, even with that, the whole little introduction, little movie that they did at the beginning of that shit. Like, I remember just being a kid watching that shit. I'm like, damn, this shit is dope. All the, it was dope. But, so now, fast forward to seeing them on the Super Bowl. It's hella cool, man, to see that for being a nigga from LA. It's like, all right, especially a nigga that's in music or trying to get into that industry. Mm-hmm. It's like, all right, that's fucking cool, man, that, you got literally West Coast artists, nigga, from the 80s, if you want to say, because Dr. Dre been doing that shit for that long.
Late 80s.
You know what I mean? And then fast forward to now with Kendrick up there. You know what I mean? So it was just
coming out with a Meteor Man. Paying homage to Meteor
with the Golden Lords, nigga. I'm like, this nigga.
Me and Kendrick noticed that when
I'm like, okay.
Definitely.
But
we were trying to figure it out. We was like, hold on, where the fuck is that uniform?
Meteor Man, nigga, the Golden Lords.
Yeah,
Robert Townsend, nigga. Robert Townsend, you know,
legend. Robert
100%. I used to see that nigga every week down there.
He went to high school with my family.
His either his daughter
The
or
Chicago
one of
LA
his
connections just never stopped.
right. Either his daughter, I want to
Never
say his
stopped.
daughter went to Fairfax or like his son or something, one or the other. But
Who, Robert Townsend?
Robert Townsend, because he would always be at the basketball games up
Oh.
there. But you know,
But y'all were good though, so there was a reason to go. To
basketball wise,
yeah.
basketball wise, yeah. The motherfuckers still, I want to say still to this day, be making that.
To this day.
But yeah, man, nah, it was a great performance, bro. Now I will say this, I was expecting a lot more people to be out, like, cause you know where my pops was at, nigga, we right by the stadium.
Right.
So I was expecting to see a lot more people.
You know so what I mean? I forgot your pops was right by the stadium. How was that?
It was cool.
Cause I was out of town for the Super Bowl.
He was selling parking and shit. Like, it was
that's
cool.
what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I know he cleaned up.
But
I know he cleaned up.
He didn't get no parking. Nah, nobody, like, he didn't get no parking.
Really?
And
As close as that nigga is?
yeah, like, when I was tripping off of the game.
Hey, y'all don't know. He's literally like, I gotta say like 4 blocks. 4 or 5
Just about, cause them some long ass blocks.
But still, it's like 4 or 5 blocks.
Yeah, it's close.
It's close enough in Inglewood where you could park and walk and
I
be
tell you
just fine.
this, it was niggas parking the game before the Super Bowl. It was niggas parking on his street.
The game before the the championship.
Where they played which was a hell of a game too.
All these games was fucking.
Yeah.
Even the Super Bowl.
Super Bowl was good. It
wasn't as good as the other playoff games, but it was still like.
There was some bullshit going on in the game though. I will say that. I'm not a fan of either one, so I can honestly say
bullshit. That face mask.
the face mask grab.
That face
was some
mask was
bullshit.
nuts.
That was some bullshit. I kind of like
that changed the game.
The Rams got helped out when they called that the last penalty before they got that touchdown.
Even when the linebacker when they called him for holding, that was pass interference. Whatever it was. What the fucking pass interference?
They was like the Rams have to win. Yeah, that's how I feel like, cause they knew that
it was a little fucked up, but I can't just
Again, the whole game, it wasn't no penalties. The whole game.
Exactly. And then they just start going, and I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, okay. And then they end up getting the tackle.
Referee to make another fucking call.
Number 99, that nigga's a beast.
Aaron Donald.
That nigga's a beast, man.
That nigga's different, bro.
I've seen.
That nigga's different.
I want to say from this season, I saw maybe about 4 to 5
First off, I don't know if because you said you don't really watch football, right?
That's why I said I'm
gonna tell you off top.
I've seen about 5. I'll say 5 Rams.
I'm gonna send you a video where this nigga's literally training with knives. He has somebody who's like an offensive tackle who has knives on his fucking hands, and he's doing his little swim moves against that.
Nigga, that nigga's a beast.
Did you say what I said? Let me just repeat what I said again. So he has a man that has knives on the end of each hand that's doing the little, offensive tackle shit y'all do. Right. And this nigga's doing his swim move and all that shit against that. Granted, of course, he's not going to try to cut it. But still.
I'm going to get into my Al Bundy bag a little bit, right?
Oh, my God. So when you score 4 touchdowns like Pope Kyle?
So, watching that nigga, I was an offensive lineman. Right?
He would have gave you the work. He would have.
Me and that nigga would have had a problem.
He would have been tossing you like.
And it would have been more so my problem than his. Because watching that nigga work.
Because you wouldn't have been no problem for him.
Nigga, watching that nigga work, that nigga's a beast. He different. He's very. That is a D lineman. 100% for
interior
your
lineman.
ass.
The thing is, he's doing all this as an interior, and I know the women that listen to this podcast are gonna be like, "These niggas gotta stop talking about sports." But you gotta
because there are some women that are football fans.
Yeah, that's true. No, that's true.
Nigga, there's women that are bigger football fans than I am.
So I should know better.
Fans than me.
Yeah, nigga, they know more than I do. You know what I mean?
Bars and all types of shit.
All right, they know more than I do on this shit.
Right. Oh, you can't tell Courtney shit. She know every play. That's all right. That's another story for another day.
Right, they in fantasy.
She was like a commissioner in the fantasy league.
I ain't on all that shit. You know.
I asked to join one by one of your roommates.
It was funny.
Was like
she was a commissioner.
It was funny because we was going around on Sunday. And it was like, who's everybody's team? And so,
but you can't talk to a nigga in his 30s from LA that because y'all never had a team.
That's not true. The Raiders, nigga.
The Rams were here.
No, when they were the Los Angeles Raiders, you were a speck.
I wasn't even born.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. So as
you saying, you said a nigga in their 30s.
In their 30s.
Yeah,
in their 30s.
Right. Okay.
Like you. You know what I'm saying?
30, yeah, but
unless you were like Schoolboy Q and you were a fucking 49ers fan.
It's still on that cuff though, because even if you're in your late 30s, you still had a little bit of taste of what that Raiders life was like out here.
Well, because Q was rocking the fucking and everybody, you know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying.
But they were the Oakland Raiders. I'm talking about an LA team. That's what I'm talking about. So you can't. So
the Rams was out here for a little bit, and there was a lot of. There are a lot of original fans from that LA Rams team.
But how old are them niggas? Them niggas are in their 60s, 70s.
Yeah,
so that's what I'm saying. Yeah. So a nigga in his 30s, so a nigga in his 30s growing up.
I get what you mean.
Like you could adopt the Rams, but you're not gonna be like you know, nigga. I'm a Jets fan. Why?
But no, I mean shit
every year.
You know,
but it's because I grew up being a Jets fan. They were never that good.
Out here, I would say,
but.
I would say the four major fans that I tend to run to or anybody tends to run to in LA, I say, would be the Raiders, number one.
You talking about football team? Right?
Football team, yeah. Raiders, number one. Well, I'm talking about NFL.
I was about to say, you got to throw USC in there.
But yeah, USC for sure. But NFL.
Just LA strictly. Just because USC had them years.
NFL wise, though.
No, I get it.
Raiders, Rams, now since they back home, and the Packers, and the fucking the 49ers.
There's Baltimore Packers fans, and I know, like, even my aunt, when she came from the islands living in New York, she became a Packers fan because of Brett Favre. So
it's like
there's a lot of team. There's a lot of Packers fans out here. And Cowboys. Excuse me, Cowboys should have been number two.
Yeah, Cowboys everywhere.
It would be the Raiders and the Cowboys. Cowboys is gonna be number two
everywhere.
And then
49ers. That America's team shit is true.
You 100%.
That shit is true.
Nigga, my grandmother is a Cowboys fan.
I know niggas from Baltimore, like, cause even the Ravens didn't come about until 94, 96 or some shit like that.
But that's old school football. Though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
them Emmitt Smith fans, them.
And I'll say it's a couple of to a real LA nigga.
Mm-hmm.
The only two teams he gonna tell you, and I'll say a nigga that's in his 40s and up is gonna be either the Raiders, maybe the Cowboys, if he's just a real football fan like that. But if he a real LA nigga, 9 times out of 10 they gonna be a Raiders fan.
Not for nothing, I'm happy for the nigga OBJ getting a fucking ring. I like the niggas who they talk the most shit about when they could get their ring.
So it was funny. I was just about to say because niggas was talking shit about
nigga for years.
The thing is though, what they were saying actually showed to be true for that game. He always getting hurt. He always, you know.
But that's not fair though. That's that's not, especially in a contact sport like football. Even though it's a non-contact injury.
I don't know. Maybe I just come from, I'm different, man. But nigga, I was playing. Nigga, I had my jaw broke and I was still trying to get out on the field, training.
You got your jaw broke off the field, sir.
I did. After that, when I was trying to get back on.
I ain't gonna bet. I'll bet you. You got jumped, so I give you that.
Yeah, nigga, can't nobody. Hey, brother, look. At the end of the day, what happened with me?
Back to the Super Bowl.
Was nothing but
back to the halftime.
Fucking regular stipulations. Living in LA, I mean, anywhere, just dealing with what the fuck I was dealing with. But anyways, at the end of the day, I can't even remember what the fuck I was saying.
Nigga, you was talking about how OBJ is getting hurt. Because
it was niggas talking shit about OBJ. It was niggas talking shit about OBJ, and I seen it. It's like, man, this nigga really sitting here. He got hurt, and he just kind of bitched out, and he looked well enough to come back in.
Well, no.
He looked again. He looked. You see what I'm saying? So I'm only looking. He looked well enough to come back in.
See, that was wrong with football.
But
now, because niggas they say you look good, you fine.
I come from that era.
Assault.
Nigga, you sprain your ankle, nigga. I'm playing, nigga.
Tape yourself up,
nigga. People can attest, nigga, on the sprain ankle, nigga, whatever the fuck.
My nigga,
my ass was in that
Super
game.
Bowl. You were playing at fucking.
Hey, nigga, I didn't know, nigga. Nigga.
D2-3 college level. You gotta relax.
I wasn't D1, D2, yeah, for sure.
Okay, D2.
But I played D1 niggas. I'll say that.
You're comparing D2 and all that to the Super Bowl.
I played D1 niggas. Who you think is in it? Who the fuck? D1 and D2 niggas is on that field, nigga. What is he talking about?
Nigga, alright, you got it. I ain't gonna say shit. You know what?
I'm just saying, you right. The levels are different. But them niggas, it's the same niggas. It's the same niggas.
You got it, bro.
My career was cut short in college. But you just imagine all the niggas who've been playing for years and was like, yeah, I played against that nigga and this and that. It's only certain niggas I can say I actually played against.
If all your ankles,
you know what I mean?
If all your ankles gonna hold up, huh?
Nah, nigga, the niggas that I'll bring up that may have been in the NFL and I played against, I don't even think they're playing no more. Stephon Johnson was one of them.
Nigga, you 30, so everybody, you know what I mean? The NFL is a short
he got injured. That what, the weights fell on his neck or some shit.
Oh, yeah. I remember that nigga. That was your homeboy?
Nah, he not my homeboy. He played for Dorsey, and I played against him.
Okay, I know you're talking about.
That nigga
the running
ran.
back. The running back.
I know I told the
He went
story
to USC.
before.
He went to USC.
Right.
Yeah.
Went to USC and then went to
that was a whole ESPN story when he dropped shit on his neck.
You're right. So that nigga was a beast.
He was nice. He was
the other nigga that played at Crenshaw.
He was right before. Was he before or after? No, he was after Reggie Bush.
He was
after Reggie.
Before.
No, he was after Reggie. Stephon, he was after Reggie, bro. That was when they was looking for running backs to.
Because I was still in high. You right. It was after Reggie because I was still in high school.
Because Pete Carroll wasn't there no more.
Pete Carroll was
not there.
Not there. You're right. He had left because I went to the USC football camp. So that was the last year that Pete Carroll was there.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, you're right.
I know a little bit.
But that nigga was called a boy that played for Crenshaw, the Black Mamba. That nigga one of the fastest niggas I ever seen in my life. And then I played with niggas who made it to the NFL.
You see, once you start talking to an Al Bundy type nigga.
I told you I was gonna get in my Al Bundy bag, nigga.
All right, how'd you feel about the halftime show, Cornel? I wanted to get to this nigga at some point.
I forgot. They always start.
Rolling up the blunt. Fuck this nigga talking about.
It was cool. I fucked with it. I mean,
just as an outside nigga, not from LA, just looking in.
Well, I mean, yeah.
With
As far
as
the actual show, yeah, that shit was dope.
Yeah.
I mean, as far as the production.
I got a question for y'all.
I got a question for you after that.
So, be it that you from DC, or excuse me, I don't know why I always think you from DC, my nigga. I swear. Chicago.
Yeah.
Be it that you from Chicago.
Yeah, you
always
LA niggas is mad disrespectful.
Yeah, you from the East Coast.
Yeah, you from somewhere over there in that region.
You ain't from here.
Yeah.
Be it that you from Chicago and you from Baltimore or New York, whichever one.
Born in New York, raised in Baltimore.
Whatever. So which one do you like to say? You from Baltimore, so yeah. All right. So who would be y'all for y'all hometown? Who would be y'all Super Bowl show?
Twista.
That's not fair. Cause all right, well, you know what?
What?
I got you. No, go ahead.
Nigga, Drew Hill.
Yeah, I was just about to go with Drew. Yeah, I was just about to go with Drew. Yeah.
That nigga.
Mario.
Hey,
Jada Pinkett could do a. She could show a scene from one of her movie clips.
She was in a rock band.
Tupac, hey.
She's in a rock band.
Tupac lived there.
She's in a rock band, yeah.
There you go. Tupac lived there. We could pull his hologram up. Yeah, I mean, one time. Let me see.
Everybody be claiming Tupac. That shit funny.
He from everywhere, my nigga. From the Bronx, from everywhere.
So you said Twista?
Yeah, Twista.
They got a lot of niggas though. Chief, you could go Chief Keef if you wanted to.
Ooh, nigga, Chief Keef. That's
he would have that bitch lit.
He not going.
Nigga, that shit would be cold. I would watch that bitch lit. I would watch that. But there's no way they let that nigga on TV. It's not happening.
They had no Polo G on.
You said who you said before Polo G?
Polo G. I wouldn't necessarily put all these people in there.
No, he said who you say before Polo G.
Before Polo G, who you said?
Herbo.
Okay, I respect that.
I
respect that.
I would put her.
I'm a fan of him sometimes, but his flow be fucking with me sometimes. I just
man, everybody say that.
No, he's cold.
I don't really listen to these niggas unless I'm in a strip club. So Like, I don't get me wrong, like that, and let me rephrase that. That's when my full ear is like really giving that attention because I'm able to feel that type of vibe.
Yeah.
Otherwise, if I'm just chilling at home, I'm not gonna really be listening to it like that.
And of course, Kanye, I skipped over him, but
Yeah.
Did you say Common?
Yeah, I said Kanye.
Okay,
Lupe.
Okay.
Kanye, Common.
Y'all can see, but Chicago got a lot of niggas though. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Chicago got a lot of niggas. You can
Where is Talib from Chicago?
Hitmaker from Chicago.
It's Brooklyn.
Who? Talib, yeah, he from
Brooklyn.
Brooklyn. Hitmaker from Chicago.
Really?
Yeah.
Is he? Oh, he is. I forgot he is from Chicago.
What else we got? I mean, we can't break out.
I was about to say y'all got one that's locked up. I was about to say y'all got one. Y'all got a legend. And it sucks you can't even say his name.
I'm trying to like think around him and just fucking it up.
You know what it is.
You know who
it's the remix to Ignition.
Him and
Oh
Kanye.
yeah. Damn.
Exactly.
That nigga, him and Kanye would be.
That's why I say them two together alone would be like.
That would be the Super Bowl right there.
But you can't.
Damn, I forgot all about that nigga.
But then everybody in the Super Bowl would be throwing shit at the stage.
Damn, yeah.
Yeah, pedophiles on.
No, not at all. Not convicted.
Not convicted ones.
Yeah, because there are some walking around.
But
But I said not convicted.
Still doing their thing.
Yeah. I can't think around him. I said pretty much everything.
Yeah, that was a lot of folks though.
But yeah, I mean, but again, it's Chicago. Like we're not gonna like front on Chicago like
so
that.
who you got, Kenny? Drew
and
Hill.
that's just a new school. We ain't go back.
You said Drew Hill. Who else? Tupac. He don't really count, but who else? Give me somebody different.
Well, can I include the New York niggas then? Like, since I was born there.
You Baltimore nigga. You was born in New York, but you from Baltimore.
Okay. Goddamn. See, if I start naming niggas, y'all gonna be like, oh, these local ass.
You bet. Who?
Yeah, let me not. So I already said.
That's what I'm saying. Like that, but that's why I'm asking. Like, from where y'all from, who would you be? Because again, from a nigga.
Well,
like
okay,
me,
so who I grew up listening to and who I wanted to be from Baltimore specifically are two different things. Who I wanted to be, I would want Hove up there. You know what I mean? I would want. Let me see. Honestly, I would want to see J. Cole up there. I would want to see J. Cole up there.
Good ass show.
And then shit. Somehow Kendrick could be intertwined again.
Right.
You know, because when he came out, We Gonna Be Alright, I got hype as shit.
BJ Chicago Kid would be in there too.
I fuck with BJ the Chicago Kid.
That
That nigga's
nice,
cold.
man.
That nigga is cold.
That nigga's nice. His
He's another grab a leaf type of guy.
pineapples. Was it pineapple non-lettuce?
Yeah.
Bro, when I tell you, nigga, that is one of the, in my opinion, most slept on mixtapes in the world.
Yeah.
Because niggas don't really know about that shit. And it is one of the best
But the thing
put
is,
together R&B albums.
that's the best thing.
And it's a
about it.
mixtape.
That's the best thing about it, especially when you're trying to show off to a lady like your music kind of like deaf. You know what I mean? You can just put that on and she'd be like, oh my god, he knows about
me on.
Don't
Nigga.
He'd be like, okay.
that. You throwing a little. Well, hold on, where's Masego from? Is Masego from Chicago or not?
Nah.
What the fuck is he from?
Masego, I fuck with Masego.
Yeah, I fuck with Masego. But if you throw, he's another one. But I'm saying he's another one. If you throw one in front of the ladies,
Yeah. I
You
definitely
know,
would say
since we're on the topic, it's kind of shifting the topic.
we'll get off the Super Bowl. We talked about football.
Shifting the topic a little bit.
You relived your glory days.
Still being on the topic of music.
Check
y'all fuck with the internet? Yeah.
band?
Where the fuck has she been?
The band, yeah.
Oh yes, they musical gods, man.
What's old girl name from the internet?
Sid.
Where's she been at?
She's released some shit, but the internet I brought them up because they haven't released nothing to me since I believe that was their first album.
They got 4 albums.
So their first studio album. They haven't released nothing as good since their first studio album.
Basically the acapella, not acapella, but like instrumental one.
Nah, the first one they had was it Gabby? Gabby was on there.
Oh, that's not their. That's like
the second one.
That's their third one.
But that's the first studio album though.
No, they had Well, I don't know. I don't know if the other two are studio or not, but that could be right.
Okay.
But
to me, they haven't made nothing as good as that album.
well, they only had one album since then.
That shit was amazing.
Yeah.
Like, nigga, literally,
Right.
musically from 1 to, what is it, 12 or 14 on that motherfucker?
Something like that.
I think actually it may have been a little less, but nigga, cold.
Yeah.
Cold. I mean, so
What's the name of the album?
uh
I know the second one is hot, man.
I just remember it was
We all got
an
smartphones.
orange, it was like an orange background and
Yeah.
like they had some blue or like
I
some
remember
overalls
everything about
on or
it.
some shit.
One nigga looked like Drum on there.
Right. Cold ass album.
Doubling back. I know y'all started talking about music. My bad. I just wanted to just mention.
Nah,
one thing
nigga,
about the
this
Super Bowl.
nigga, we having a conversation.
No, the game. Him mentioning him not being included. in the Super
Yeah.
Bowl. I did.
So that
Oh damn.
I do feel the
How did y'all
game.
feel about that?
The game should have been included.
Yeah.
And
So if that's the case, Ice Cube should have been there.
I definitely was. I meant to say that
100%.
earlier.
You know what I mean? But it's
100%.
only 15 minutes you get for or 14 minutes.
But
Whatever.
see, Game had a lot of. I mean, of course they was in NWA, but we already know the story between Dre and Q. They ain't. The
well,
closest of
they
closest
supposed to be
friends,
cool now.
Yeah, I mean,
supposedly.
but you know what I'm saying? They ain't the closest of. They
Right.
ain't do a lot of music together at the end.
But I think-
the Game came.
Well,
Any at
he
all.
did
If they
say-
did any music.
The game did recently say like
he was in the scope.
Dre had basically chose 50 over him when they.
I was about to say, y'all forgetting. I
During
was
that
just
beat.
about to say, y'all
And
forgetting
that's-
the biggest thing.
And
50
that's
is there.
Probably shouldn't have did him.
And we all know 50 is a grown man, but this is a grown man that keeps grudges. So, that being the case, I don't know if
I
it
mean,
would have
no,
blended
man.
well with the game being. I just wanted to mention that, that's all.
But yeah,
I'm not
think-
saying he shouldn't have been.
I think you gotta let that go.
I think it would have. Yeah, it's a moment, and it would have been great to see
Do y'all
50 Cent
do y'all
in
know
the game up there.
Do y'all know who 50
doing
Cent
how we
is?
do.
I know, but he's still
Yeah,
he's
you know who
also
this
a
man is.
genius at marketing and all this shit.
That's what I'm saying. It would have been great to
He's
see
also-
them niggas up there to do.
Man,
I
we
think
all
how
know
we
50,
do.
we know
I think
that
he
ain't
put-
the real. We know that
Even
that's not
if
the
they
real
did
50.
hate it or love it, nigga, that shit would have
I
been.
think he
dope.
puts pettiness above business.
Y'all don't
sometimes.
feel like that's the real 50 Cent?
What do you mean?
The petty list he put on Instagram and all this shit. You
That
think
is
that's the
him,
real?
yes, sir.
I don't think so. I think that's
100% that's him, yes.
Well, 50 has always been a petty nigga though.
Exactly, 100% that's
Like
him.
if you really listen to
In his
his
music,
he's
100%.
always been a petty nigga.
100%.
Like I'm not gonna sit here and say I'm the biggest 50 Cent fan, but I
I
did
am.
listen nigga to that nigga music for a cool
Do
minute.
you want me to put on how to get robbed?
He's
How to rob.
always been a petty.
I can put on how to rob
motherfucker.
right now. And
But that nigga made 2 masterpieces, nigga. 2, and it's
Back to
very
back.
it's very hard for niggas to make the second one as
his
good
prime,
as the first one.
his prime
I think
is damn near unmatched.
One and a half.
And you know I'm a whole fan, but his prime, I'm talking about.
You don't think the second one was as good as the first one?
It wasn't as good as the first one, but it's
Shit.
But it still bangs.
still.
I personally
Yeah, man.
feel
Uh,
you gotta understand the
The Massacre?
transition.
You talking about
that-
Massacre, right?
Yeah, master. You
It's-
gotta
it's like
understand
half
the
of it.
transition that music was in at that time.
Because I
too.
think he was beefing with Fat. He had this song for Fat Joe in there, and for
But if
Jadakiss,
you from the first album to the
Jadakiss
Massacre,
fucking
right?
killed that.
now,
nigga.
if you talking about the performance of
If
it,
you remember, if you remember how the transition of music, the transitioning of music was going on at that time, that was a great follow-up album.
yeah, I'm not hating on it or anything like that. I'm talking about for me personally.
Personally,
my
just,
music
right,
taste.
I get you.
It wasn't as good. I mean, commercially it did great and it had good songs. I mean, pretty much everyone on that went number 1 and all that.
Right.
Yeah, good success on it. But I'm saying, like, if you compare Get Rich or Die Trying or The Massacre,
I mean, yeah, you can't. It's hard to compare Get Rich or Die Trying to.
Nigga, that album was so good, nigga.
Even-
My daddy was playing that motherfucker.
Nigga.
Even I put Get Rich or Die
My
Trying
old
the
ass
soundtrack
Jamaican
over
daddy
The
was playing
Massacre.
that shit.
I even like the soundtrack better than The Massacre. But I'm not saying I don't like The Massacre.
I get it.
No, I feel what you're saying.
I get it. All right.
I forgot about the soundtrack though.
So we had. I mean, there was a couple of incidents during the Super Bowl. I don't know if y'all peeped it. One, being, the baby and I think it's his the bowling alley shit.
The brother.
Yeah, the brother.
Dani
There
Leigh's
you go.
brother.
There you go.
Yeah, man.
That situation is totally weird.
It's. Now
It's
he's
I feel.
It's just,
It
it's
shows
a
the
lot.
evolution
I
of
feel yeah, it's like it's a certain kind of way I feel about that shit.
Yeah, I'm
Like,
like,
at
I
the
don't
end-
want to.
At the end of the day, I really don't give a fuck because it ain't got nothing to do with me. But when you know, just to bring up the topic, in my opinion on how it was handled, the brother should have handled it a little differently. And what I mean by that
definitely
is
everything. Well, do you know what he recently did?
he filed a lawsuit.
Okay, yeah, you know everything. Okay.
That's not cool.
I mean, yeah, I don't even.
Well, let's speak on that. Like, let's talk about at least this topic. Like, if we don't know he's about to.
Well, nigga, I'm speaking on the topic as an actual brother. I'm an older brother.
I can commend.
I'm speaking on it as a nigga.
First off,
go ahead.
I wish a motherfucker would do
Try
anything
like that, yeah.
Cause it's nigga, they lucky just to get me. I'll say that. I'm the last. I'm the first nigga they want to see.
Yeah, we not losing.
Because the last nigga they want to see is not who they want to see.
We not losing. We come with everything.
You know what I mean?
That's baby sis.
100%. You know what I mean?
They talk that tough. I don't know what they got.
I wish a motherfucker would. I wish a motherfucker would. And everything in my blood, and I've told my sister this, I would have no problem doing what I need to do to make sure she's okay. And you've seen it.
As you should. That's your job.
I was in a whole nother country mad than a motherfucker because I had to babysit.
Right.
You know what I mean? So
we have pictures to prove.
Right. At the end of the day, he's not wrong for doing what he did as a big brother.
No, not at all.
But how he did it could have been handled totally different.
You want me to tell you just a couple of things I pointed out about the video? Because, you know, I kind of examined it when it happened. And we're talking about it a little bit late, so we're speaking in a privileged position because we're able to have everybody else have their opinions about it and at least be able to have a logical opinion about it. So
I like having everything happen because it evolved into okay, you a hoe.
For who? Dani Leigh?
The brother.
Well, let me just tell you the things I pointed out in the video. So number one, when you approached,
I ain't seen the video.
The baby and these gentlemen.
It wasn't nothing, my bad. It wasn't nothing to see but the nigga getting fucking
tossed
thrown around by his braids. Nigga getting tossed around.
Oh, he got beat up too?
Yeah.
He got his ass whooped.
So he approached the baby. Now, one, if you're going there with any hostility, you gotta be prepared for a fight, right? We're all grown men, right? We gotta be prepared.
I'm going there thinking.
So hold on, real quick before you comment, but you gotta know if you're in a bowling alley, it's not one of the best places you want to fight. But if you're gonna do it, and if you're gonna approach somebody, don't have your back to the bowling lanes, because if you are forced back, if you are no, because the thing is he wasn't on the lanes at first. The baby knocked that nigga into the lanes. You know what I mean? So that being the case, you weren't prepared in the best way to fight against, what was it, 5 dudes, and it was 2 big ass security guards.
I want to say
how many
3.
It
was 3 plus. No, it was 4 because it was
right,
including
4,
the baby.
Because the baby. 4. So yeah, it was 4. But he didn't even in the video. He wasn't even the one really doing the punching.
But my thing is, one, if I feel like the baby's people failed him because he shouldn't have never had to throw a punch. You're the prize, sir. I mean, you stay back. We got this. We got this. Because we all know, even if we do that, there's still a good chance that all the attention is going to be on you because you're
the face.
You're the face.
It's not a chance.
Yeah, I'm just saying, you know.
You're the face. It's not going to be so and so security. It's going to be.
But now that you're seen in the video throwing in a punch,
the baby is
seen throwing a punch, it's just going to be all thrown on you. Now, whatever injuries he sustained by being tossed up by old dude who had the presence of mind to be in the gutter, so that way he wouldn't be slipping and sliding, so he could toss him up by his braids. But another thing I noticed in the video, the only nigga that had the presence of mind to step in the gutter. You know what I mean? But it's...
Why would I be about a slippery area in the first place?
The whole commotion just took them there. That's the thing. It wasn't like he pedaled back. It was just...
So...
They just
I'm making sure I'm not fighting on the lane.
Go ahead.
You know what I'm saying? Like, in my mind, it's like, don't fight on the
There's
lane.
a few things that I saw that should have happened in that video.
The baby should
have been somewhere
chilling sipping a fucking margarita, watching all this shit
Yeah,
going
that shit
on. As a
crazy.
like, damn, that shit crazy. What's happening over there?
Even if he was approached, again, as you mentioned, he has security or he had security, which we can see.
But the baby isn't the type.
He
But
likes to fight.
he's not the type to back down from a fight.
Exactly.
Yeah, but he needs to stop doing that shit.
Yeah, he's worth
somebody.
too much.
His PR needs to say like, nigga.
At this point, he
He don't seem like
should.
the type to listen.
He really don't, and that's
If I had to
cool.
take a hunch.
But he gotta have a big homie or somebody in his crew, a real solid
Somebody
homie.
needs to-
Yeah,
A
real
solid
solid. No, you
homeboy.
speaking real shit. No.
Somebody needs to tell that nigga like, hey, bro,
You doing
you
too
don't
much.
You should
need
stop
to
5
do
fights
that.
ago.
You don't have nothing to prove.
You see this
Exactly.
You
you
create a
see this
reputation.
6'4" nigga that we hired?
Right.
That's that nigga job.
That's his
That's
job.
why he
The
in
nigga that
salary,
tossed
you
him
know
up
what I
by
mean?
his braids, that's
So,
what he's there for.
That's what you pay for.
But so there's a couple of things that I noticed in the video. So again, what I mean by the brother handled it wrong, it's a few things that I mean by that. First off, if I had a problem with the nigga, I'm not about to approach you at no bowling alley. And if I am,
Yeah.
I'm gonna make sure I got my niggas too,
Wait,
because I
That's
know
what I said.
It's
too. That's what I
Malibu.
said. I'm not going.
A
I'm not losing. I'm not losing.
A bowling alley in
I'm just gonna put it
Malibu
like that.
where there's like
out in the open and it's
hella. They
hella
said Chris
cameras,
Brown was there. Like they
Yeah,
had hella
this is
stars.
a-
So as you know, it's mass
this
security.
is a
These
personal
worst place.
Negroes. too.
This is
So
a
they got
personal
people.
issue that I got with a nigga, so I'm gonna try to handle it in a personal matter. I don't need it to be out in the public like that. Now, if something was to crack off,
I'm gonna tell you something funny.
that's just a little
Man,
different.
he did a song with
You know what I mean? Like if something was to just crack off while I'm there with my homeboys, and that's a little different. That don't seem,
Like
again,
when I see
outside
him.
looking in, and from what the information that they are giving us, being, you know what I mean?
All on the internet. This is nothing.
Right.
Right. There's no dry snitching. There's
It
everything.
didn't seem as if it had just cracked off. It was like the brother approached him,
And that's what sparked it.
that's what sparked it.
And I'm sure he came
So-
in with some bass in his voice. So
And that's cool. But if you're gonna do all in this one, so first and foremost, you're gonna come in with some bass in your voice, nigga, you better come with backup. Because you know he gonna have his. So that's first off. Second of all, if you approaching a nigga and you choosing to fight that nigga in a bowling alley, and this is just me.
and he was the one that said it was on
And
site.
you really got
The
an
brother-
issue with this
the
nigga
brother
and it's
said it
on
was on
site,
Brother
and you
said
feel
it
this
was
nigga disrespected your sister, nigga, I'm about to take this motherfucking bowling ball and I'm gonna take your
That's why I said I'm not losing.
all
Nah,
3,
losing.
4,
You see how
5
they,
of
you
y'all
see how they
niggas.
walk casually off afterwards?
I'm
That
not-
was
Nigga,
weird.
ain't no motherfucking way.
I'm not.
If I got that much shit in my heart,
If you got tossed up by your braids, what would you do?
it ain't happening on my end. It's not happening. Now I'm not saying that
niggas by their brains.
at the end of the day,
It was nuts, but hey,
That's
shit.
you
crazy.
wouldn't
If you
have
wanna
caught
braids,
me.
nigga,
I'm sorry.
I'm not going to take no
It's a nigga
fight
here.
right there on a slippery ass
Oh,
floor.
yeah.
I'm like, bro, for real, you
I forgot who I was
going
talking
to
to.
Even if you went to the shoe
I can't do shit after that.
to the shoe stop and got some bowling shoes, you still gonna be slipping and
For real,
sliding.
if you grab me
You know
by
what
my
I mean?
hair, I can't do shit.
So
I can't throw a punt. All I can
it's
do
not
is
even
this.
that. You've already put yourself in a position of
I mean,
losing because
I agree with
you're on a
you.
slippery floor.
I agrry with you,
Again,
but I'm just saying, whoever
back
grabs
to
me
the
by the
alley.
hair.
Back to the alley,
Yeah.
and you have nobody there to help you.
Yeah, all these.
So you
That's why
already
all
you
these
set
why I say-
yourself up for failure at the end of the day.
So,
But
and
what I'm saying is, if he had that much animosity in his heart and he wanted to protect his sister like I would, nigga, I would have been throwing them motherfucking bowling balls.
Yeah.
Like, it's no way you about to sit here and just grab me by the braids and throw me. It's not happening. And if you do happen to do it, you gonna remember it, nigga, because I didn't hit you with one of these motherfucking bowling balls.
Somebody get hit.
You know what I'm saying?
Somebody get hit.
And I'm not just talking about throwing them, nigga. I'm about to be hitting niggas with these motherfucking bowling balls. I'm not playing no games, nigga. You disrespected me
That's what I'm
and my
saying.
sister, nigga. You got me fucked up.
I
I got every right to do whatever the fuck
Okay.
I feel I need to do to you at this point.
Yeah.
You
But
gotta black
again,
out. You about to black out.
100%. Because you disrespected my family.
I'm
You
not
disrespected
losing.
my
I'm not
little
losing.
sister, nigga. How do I look as a man if I don't protect my own?
Keep wearing them Showtime glasses. I think I like the energy.
sister.
I like the energy when you have
My
them Showtime.
sister.
I'm just saying, but it's the truth. It's no way, nigga. You cannot disrespect my sister, my mama, my grandma. It's
family,
not happening. It's not happening.
Yeah.
So if I was to do something like that, nigga, you gonna remember it. But I'm not gonna do it in the way he did it.
You wouldn't be at no bowling alley.
Fuck no. Nigga, and if that's the case,
what I was gonna do, go ahead,
come outside and catch this one-on-one.
Yeah.
I was gonna make you laugh. I was like, a certain story you was telling me about. A certain story you was telling me about where a certain somebody waited
Right.
for a gentleman that he had a disagreement with. You know, he waited for him to get his little porterhouse steak and his little, you know.
And that was built off of somebody
baked potato.
And that and what
get yourself full.
that was built off of somebody disrespecting
I was just waiting for
not
him to
only
come
somebody's woman, significant other, but also
Her mama.
their parents. So nigga, you just really crossing the line. You see what I'm saying? So now, he has every right to do what he did. You know, and you can't be mad at it in the morning when you sore and you start thinking about what you did. Nah, nigga, that is what you asked for in those type of situations. But the brother was wrong for doing it the way he did it. He should have called that nigga outside, and then if he couldn't get him outside, and you got your homeboys with you, if you really feeling tough, well, nigga, go ahead and crack something off. Because a fight is just a fight. If that's all you just want to do is just, tussle with a nigga, then so be it.
Right.
Like, if you really got it in your heart like that, you know what I mean? Just go ahead and fight the nigga. But at the end of the day, nowadays, you really got to be vocal. Like, nigga, just come outside, come catch this fat nigga, and we both go home.
Be humble about it. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I mean?
We ain't gotta be rowdy. We ain't gotta be rowdy.
Yeah, either you win or lose, whatever the case may be, nigga.
But you gonna catch this fade. Yeah, I need to get this off my chest. Yeah.
I gotta get it out.
You know what I'm saying? Or I might shoot up a fucking Walmart.
Even if I lose, nigga,
Right, exactly.
I can sit here and say I tried.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
But I got my licks in.
But then after you lose,
exactly.
You gonna leave with something.
But
Nigga.
then after you lose and go viral for getting your ass whooped, you gonna sue the nigga?
That's the thing that kills
That
me.
was like, oh, you a hoe nigga.
You can't do no bullshit like that, nigga.
See, and the fact that
play gangster and then go act like
and
a
then
civilian.
the worst part about that is, and not saying it would be any better, but he did a criminal suit. So I can see if you did a civil suit trying to catch a lick, trying to get a little, get some money off the nigga. But the fact that you're forgot the word I'm looking for, but you're looking to proceed with a civil or criminal suit or criminal charges. That's some whole shit, nigga. You approached the nigga, you got tossed up. It happens. You know what I'm saying? But don't go run to the cops saying, "Oh shit."
After all this now.
Like, come on now, we all knew what it was. Yeah, I mean, you
Well,
lost.
if you did that originally, that's your choice of whatever.
Now that you played in the gangster world, now you're like, no, let me be a civilian.
I was just about to say that's pride, that's ego, but that's not even that. That's just sucker shit. Like,
Nah, and then at
that's
the
sucker
end of the day too, I kind of look at it as like some clout chasing shit too.
right. You wanted
You
to
know,
have your
because
followers.
I got some money.
It's
But
like
he's trying to get him time if he's doing criminal charges, right?
exactly.
Exactly.
That's
I
what
can say if it's a civil suit,
Exactly.
I could almost get it,
Nigga
even
just
though
take the fade.
that's some sucker shit doing a
It
civil
ain't-
suit, but
That was just the first one. Again, if you was that was just the first one, nigga.
yeah.
I got beef with you. I'm every time I see you,
on you.
I'm on your ass.
Like you said, on
He
site.
said that.
He said on site. He said
it's
on site. Because
So
on
you
site,
threatened- I don't see how he's gonna win that when he threatened the plaintiff or defendant.
Bro, it's not exactly. You threaten him. It's
Online,
on camera.
Right, online, on camera.
And that's that other stupid shit, man. That's a whole different
that's that
topic.
Gen Z
but,
shit. That's that Gen Z.
Man,
That's why I
that
said
shit
that's
is
the
so
evolution
fucking-
of gangsterism.
Man, it's
Well,
so
some older
dumb.
niggas doing it too. There's some niggas in their 40s.
It's
I
some
ain't-
old
I-
niggas
I
doing
ain't
it
say-
too,
I said the
yeah.
evolution,
But
I ain't
at the
say
end of
young.
the day, who's to say that they're real? Because they're not. Just because they're older. There's a lot of old fuck niggas out here too. You know what I mean? So it's
The
just
hoes of the past.
man, it's not a good look when you're sitting here trying to defend your sibling and your side, and now you're involving the law. When all you gotta do is just put the tips on a nigga, man. Again,
I mean, if you a non-fighting person, you
nigga,
decide
win,
to go-
lose, draw. At the end of the day, you can say, I made sure I handled my business with that nigga.
If you're a non-fighting person, or
As a
you
man.
go into the law,
As a man.
that's your decision to do that. But you can't.
No,
First
fuck,
try.
fuck.
Hey, well, we're in
Fuck
LA.
that.
This is
Fuck
the land
that.
of
You-
suing.
You
And
can't,
so-
you can't sit here and tell me it's on site and then want to
That's
fight
what I'm
and
saying.
then want to sue me, nigga.
That's what I'm saying.
That's not how that works.
No, I'm
Those-
saying if you never. I'm saying,
Those is two different games you playing in now.
that's what I'm saying. If you're a person who can't fight, but you have to defend your sister and you sue, that's one thing. Or you fought.
If you just
got
gonna
your
fight
ass
through the legal system.
Yeah, you fought and got your ass whooped and you said, okay, it's over. That's one thing. But
Sit
you
down.
can't do both.
He's trying to win the fight. He's trying to win another fight.
Yeah.
In the legal system. That's
But
all.
it's that the thing, he didn't even get his ass beat by the nigga he was trying to fight. That's the thing.
Well, he got hit hard.
He got
Yeah,
hit,
he got hit
but
hard.
then he ended up
got hit
getting
hard.
hit by 3 other niggas.
He got.
You know what I mean? So it's
You
like,
can't play both sides of the sword.
you know, at the end of the day, you want a fair one. And I'm sure, and this is the thing. Again, outside looking in, I don't know these niggas personally. But from what I've seen,
But
It
from what
seemed
they've
like-
displayed.
it seemed like the baby is the type of nigga that will give you a fair one.
Yeah.
I mean, he
He-
has fought people.
I'm
on
But he's
camera.
worth too
I'm
much.
just
He's
saying.
worth too much to do it. Though.
I'm just, it,
Yeah,
nigga,
he should.
that
He
you're
should
right.
not do it.
He's
but
worth
he
too
will
much
do
to
it.
do it, but it's just fighting, nigga. If y'all got a nice little grassy backyard, which I'm sure they do, cause they
That
got
nigga-
money,
Man, that nigga's animated.
nigga,
as
go go out there,
Shit.
have
You see
somebody
the
ref it,
performances? I feel
and
like
catch the fade, nigga.
Nigga,
I grew up on that shit.
I got a good 45 seconds to maybe 60 in me. That nigga looks like he got a good 5 minutes
Nigga,
of fight.
fuck all that. you say that, nigga, but when you fight, niggas go.
Depending on what you fight.
Niggas go.
But I get it. But you know, most fights only last for like 30 seconds, my nigga.
Shit, not the ones I've seen.
There was some in shape motherfuckers.
Right, god damn.
Nah, I mean, granted, yeah, but no, they really wasn't. They weren't in fight shape. I'll say that. They wasn't in no fighting shape.
I don't
Nigga,
think
but
anybody is.
they was.
Right.
They were in winning shape. Nigga, they were in I can't lose shape. Nigga, that's what I'm trying to say.
I'm fighting for my life.
Right. You know what I mean? Nigga, you fighting for reputation at the end of the day.
Eventually, you get
Especially when it's in front of your homeboys.
Right.
You know what I mean? So
you get
Or
to that
for
point, you be like,
some-
hey, nigga.
In front of some
about
women.
10 minutes, nigga. I ain't knock you out. You ain't knock me out. Let's
I
call
mean,
it.
it depends, and it also depends on the ref.
You be like, let's
It
call
depends
it.
on who you have refing your shit.
Like, we ain't no fighters
Because
now.
yeah, but
Ain't more fighting, I'm about to shoot you.
nah. See that's where
Chicago. There you go. I just
I'm tired, all right, I'm
seen
tired now, nigga.
I just seen a video on Twitter about that shit.
I'm
Like,
tired now, nigga. I'm finna reach in my back pocket.
there you go. Somebody pass me a water.
Nah,
Please.
man. I don't believe in shooting a nigga unless you really have
I'm
to.
joking.
You know what I mean? Like even if like it's okay to lose, man.
Oh, yeah, most definitely. But yeah,
Like it's literally okay to
And
lose.
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm
Because
like.
you know
after
why?
so long of fighting, it's like, all right, nigga, what we doing?
It don't do nothing
I
but
ain't even
build
mad no
your
more.
character, my nigga. It don't do nothing but build your character. I got a homeboy. This is my nigga. I ain't gonna put his name out there because he would hate if I did. But I got a homeboy, and if he see this, he gonna know who I'm talking about.
Everybody know about Justin.
Nah, man, that is just not even close to that. But this nigga, man, this is my nigga, man. I love this nigga to death. I've known him since high school, played ball with him and everything.
Nah, you know who he is, no?
This nigga, I'm not gonna say he can't fight,
Yeah,
But-
he telling the story about you.
cause he can fight and he can protect himself.
This is about you.
But the fights that I've seen, unfortunately, he's come out on the losing end,
He talking about you.
right? But at the end of the day,
You was there. You was the unlucky child. You was there for every worst moment of this nigga's fucking.
nah, not
Never
every,
been
not every moment, but just a few certain situations. Again, I've seen him come out on the winning side
He
too.
crying right now, you know that, right?
But even when he came out on the winning side, he kind of still ended up coming out on the losing side at the end of the day, and we had to figure some things
He
out.
gonna text you.
But nah, cause he, this is my nigga. He know what I'm talking about, and he don't mind it. He know I got nothing but love for my nigga. At the
So
end
this
of
is
the day.
over 10, 15 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Shit, now niggas is getting old, yeah.
Right.
But nah, it was a particular time, I'll say real fast, where he came out on the winning side. He ended up slamming the nigga because we was shooting dice, and the nigga owed him money, and we seen the nigga pull out some money and start shooting dice. So he ended up slamming the nigga over that shit. Now the funny part is he only owed the nigga $2, but principle. And this nigga felt
some nigga shit.
he felt like it was that time to, you know, do what he had to do. So he slammed him. Now, at the end of the day, it might not have worked out best, you know, for him because the dude that he ended up slamming knew some niggas and they ended up calling some niggas up there to try to whoop his ass. And thankfully, the niggas that he called was niggas that I knew and that he knew. You know what I mean? So it worked out.
We're gonna diffuse his ass for him.
Right, it worked out. You know what I mean? But if that wasn't the situation, that ass whooping would have definitely.
It was gonna be a long day.
Right, and I wasn't gonna let my nigga get his ass whooped like that because I knew it was coming. But yeah, but I say all that to say, there's nothing wrong with losing because at the end of the day, it still builds your character. I've seen this man lose a few times, and he's still the same nigga, and he knows what he's made of, and he know what he can handle, and he know what he can do. And I can't do nothing but respect the man for that. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, you ain't doing nothing but being yourself first and foremost, and you're not turning down the challenge. That's all it is. It's just a bullshit obstacle.
It's
a fight ain't nothing
it's
but
a
a
piston
fight.
contest.
You know what I mean? That's all it is. It's just a little quick little fight, a little scuffle. Like you said, they don't last no longer than a minute, maybe 2 minutes. You know what I mean?
If
But
your homeboy's there, his homeboy's there, unless they
Right.
get in a big brawl, usually somebody break it up after a little bit.
yeah, I mean,
Especially
but
somebody
again,
getting their ass whooped.
it just depends, nigga. So I had an older homie who used to ref our fights, cause that's just
Fight.
You know what I mean? I done seen the homeboys go 5 rounds and shit.
See, nah.
Like,
I ain't got that much.
I done
ain't
seen
got
the
much
homeboys
animosity
fight.
towards anybody in the world to
I
go
done
5
seen the
rounds.
homeboys fight.
Like
That's
that.
why I said, okay,
One,
10
maybe
minutes,
2.
10 minutes into the fight, okay, what
Hey,
we doing? You
nah,
ain't knocking me out, I ain't knocking you
niggas
out.
went
I ain't
about-
even mad no more.
I'll say.
I feel like
I'll
taking a
say,
shower at this point. Like, let me
You
just
know what I'm
go.
saying? I'm tired.
If it wasn't
Time,
5,
sweating,
Exactly what I'm
if
saying.
it wasn't 5, I'm pretty
my
sure
lip
it
a little
was 5.
swole. Let me
Pretty
go
sure it
home.
was 5, but if it
Breathe
wasn't
hard.
5, it was about a good 4 rounds for sure. And it was
It's
all
still
over
too much.
all over a salad being
It's
thrown.
3
on
rounds too
somebody.
much. Like, what the
Bro,
fuck?
we ain't knocked each other
In the
out.
first round,
In
it's
2 minutes,
over.
All over a salad, nigga. All over a salad
A
being
salad.
thrown at
We just
somebody,
want to touch
nigga.
each other at that point, shit. I feel.
That's a good segue into the TV show that me and I guess Cornel, you fuck with the new Bel-Air reboot.
I
I don't
haven't
fuck
watched
You haven't
it.
watched it?
I don't fuck
I
with it.
haven't
I'm
watched
cool.
it. I haven't paid Peacock fat out, so.
Don't waste your money, bro.
Oh, well, I already had the Peacock streaming network. I fuck with The Office, so I'm one of the ones that bought it for that. But
Really?
nah, yeah,
That shit been free for how long? You bought
it's
it?
not free. It's not on Netflix anymore.
I know, but you have.
I don't have
every
cable.
single
I don't
episode.
have cable television.
I don't
so
get Office fans. I'm sorry, this is me.
That's fine.
Office fans.
That's
are
fine.
different.
We don't-
The Office
You don't like
fans.
The Office?
I mean, I like The Office, but
Oh.
like, it's like that. Like the shit.
I'm not a fanatic of
It's
The
been
Office.
on Netflix since the inception of it, and then people have literally
And they
bought
took it
Peacock.
off
Yeah, for this
Took it off
reason,
Netflix.
because they knew
because NBC got their
People
own
was
streaming
going to-
network, and it was
exactly.
like that's one of our heavy
they
hitting
knew
shows.
that people were gonna
So
buy
let's
it for
bring
that
it back
reason.
and let's let people.
I
really
thought
fuck
that
with
was stupid, but
It's
apparently
genius.
That was
It's
genius.
genius.
That was genius. I would have been the person to
it.
miss
Why
it.
the reason why Disney took all their shit off years ago off of Netflix? We got our own shit coming.
We're
Disney
talking about
Plus.
one show versus a catalog.
No. The NBC has a lot of other shows that I don't particularly fuck with, but there are core fans of it that got.
Right, but you
Yeah.
said particularly I bought it for The Office.
For me, I'm
Right.
not saying for everyone.
No,
but for me.
that's what I'm saying. That's interesting.
Again,
I'm not knocking you.
I don't
new-
think I
the
watch
new-
the show that much to just specifically.
That's what I'm saying.
I
like
got
there's no
$9.
show.
I got $9.
Fresh Prince of Bel-Air to talk about.
And the
It's
way
my
they-
favorite show ever.
And they got other
And I
shit.
wouldn't buy.
They got
HBO.
documentaries on there that I fuck with. They got other shit on there, so it's not like I solely just watch The Office on there.
Nah, that's what you said. That's
But
why.
you were
But the
saying-
reason I purchased
You know
it,
I
I
take
mean,
words literally.
But you were saying, what about Bel-Air?
Yeah,
New
so
show?
we'll go back to that.
it's a good show. I fuck with it.
So how did
yeah,
they?
bro.
So talk about the changes and all that. You know,
Well,
going
first off, they actually cussed it on the show. They modernized it where
Bill's an alpha.
yeah, there you go. Yeah, he is. They're younger. Like everybody
He
else.
has smoke in my mouth. I'm sorry, bro.
They're much younger, like everyone, in terms of like even like down to Uncle, because Uncle Phil was probably in the
mid-30s.
In the regular television show was what, like
30. Viv turned 40 in the second season.
Well, they were portrayed to be. They seemed like they were older. At least I guess
It's just because the 90s.
Yeah, I was about to say that's probably just
Parents
me being
were-
young.
I was telling my mom this. I'm like, y'all were older
that's sad.
than what
That's
we
sad.
were. Like 40 was damn near what, like 60 years now.
To have a teenager and you're in your 40s, that's gonna be
30 is like you still in your 20s now. You can still be figuring it out in your 30s now and be fine. 30 back then is like you had a child. You had a whole 4 kids.
Yeah.
Like on fifth.
Right. But nah, I fuck with it. It's
Well, like you mean how old is Will?
Will in the new reboot?
Yeah.
17, same as 16, 17. Similar story, but they kind of made it a little bit more serious as opposed to the jokey joke thing with the actual first version of Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, which I appreciate. They don't want to make it comedic.
That's where I fall off at.
So you wanted the same exact thing to be rebooted?
Nah,
I ain't wanted to be rebooted.
Nah, I'm not saying the same.
I mean, again, we were making an argument about fucking Silk Sonic earlier, and me talking about being a
Oh yeah, we can talk about that afterwards, but go ahead.
Y'all can talk about it because I'm not. But the reboot, I fuck with it. Like I'm not a big fan of the whole remaking the show shit, but I fuck with it so far. I'm 4 episodes in. I mean, it's a solid show.
Yeah, I actually had met Jazz out here.
Really?
The
nigga that played Jazz, yeah.
Buddy
was in that
He was on
episode.
the real show. Previously.
The artist, I was wondering what.
Yeah,
what
so
happened.
I watched about
Oh my god.
I watched about 10 minutes of it, and I turned it off
How's the theme song?
because I just it's too Tyler Perry-ish to me.
Oh my god.
Yeah. I was
And,
scared of that. That's what
yeah,
it seemed like.
it's very Tyler Perry-ish, and I don't need the whole dramatic side to what that show was. And that's the thing. To me, that show was just such a classic within itself. I don't necessarily need a remake to that.
It's called Bel-Air. It's like called Fresh
To be
Prince of
honest,
And-
I feel it. Oh, go ahead, sorry.
Oh, no, my bad. I'll say this. I would appreciate it more if it was made into a movie instead of a show
Bel-Air. Or a mini series.
or a
On
miniseries.
Netflix or some shit.
But the thing is, it's like from what I'm viewing or what I viewed
for 10 minutes.
I'll say more.
No,
about
I do that too.
I'll say more about.
I do that too.
15.
If I don't fuck with a show after 10, 15 minutes,
I'll say about a good 15 minutes because I tried to really give it a chance.
But if I did that to Breaking Bad, I wouldn't have finished it. Or like
I did that.
Nah,
for
because-
3 years. Tried to watch the first episode and couldn't make it through. Then finally watched the whole thing.
I didn't have that problem with Breaking Bad, but what I did have that problem with was Ozark, and I had to restart it from the first episode. Right?
I can't wait for the next half.
Man, nigga, you and me both.
Wait. So to go back to about the Bel-Air, to see the thing that fucked with me, I'm like, so, taking the comedic side out of the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
It still has comedic relief in it.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is like,
It's just a lot more drama for me, and I'm just not a fan. I don't need the drama aspect. I enjoyed the original show because it was more comedic based instead of the drama aspect. That's why I say it's just real Tyler Perry-ish because what I've seen was just a lot more drama included into the show, and
It seemed like a play.
It's exactly, and it's not a sitcom.
It's not meant to be a sitcom.
And that's okay, because it's not meant to be a sitcom.
It's
but
supposed to be a whole new thing.
it's like a very.
for me,
It's like another universe.
It just has, Exactly.
no,
There you go. You a Marvel fan?
no,
There you go.
and that's what I was about to say. I feel what he's saying, but for me, it's still the
You
way.
still holding on to that nostalgia feel.
Yeah, like the way they approach.
You would get off my
You
lawn
know,
type of nigga. Get off my lawn. I want to hear my music.
I mean,
all my
like
TV shows
nah,
would be
because at the end of the day, man, look, at the end of just as J. Cole said, he had that song "Middle Child," nigga. Although he was speaking about himself, but that shit literally relates to niggas like me, you, and this nigga, because we're literally in between when it comes to the
I was trying to say
generations.
you will correlate this, but okay.
right.
Got you.
We're literally in between when it comes to the generation. So for us growing up, we grew up in the technology era, nigga. We can literally say we were alive and remember when texting became a thing from the two ways. You see what I'm saying?
Internet.
Motorola two-way paper.
So right, you know what I mean, and the internet from just the AOL and having to use also all that shit. You know, I can still
AIM.
Right.
Shit, what was my AIM fucking?
I still remember my grandmother, nigga, my grandma, nigga. She had a rotary phone, nigga. She had a rotary phone.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So I can remember we're in that generation to where we're like
I had a
right in between.
A rotary phone.
Yeah, we like right in between that technology era. You know what I mean? So
on the precipice.
So what that have to do with Bel-Air?
Because at the end of the day,
I wasn't trying to laugh at you. I literally was just asking.
I'm laughing.
No, because I was gonna bring it back around. The Hennessy kicked in. So I'm a little drunk, y'all. But at the end of the day, for me, I don't need the drama aspect, and I enjoy the sitcom. I enjoyed the sitcom era. I'll say that.
I think
go ahead, bro. No, I'm good.
I was gonna say, I think sitcom era is dead though. So I can't see it going back to it.
It is.
Very much going back to real show, real tried it.
It's very much so.
It's too kiddish for us now.
You're 100% right. It is dead, but at least let me have something from that.
See, for me,
Well,
I'm like,
if you want the old shows, go watch.
Wait, so no. So think about taking. Well, you've seen Bel-Air, but like.
Fresh Prince of Bel-Air runs every fucking day on
I
TNT.
I got HBO Max, nigga. I can watch it whenever.
When I first thought about it, I'm like, think about Hillary as not funny. That would be a straight bitch. Not to be, derogatory. She's a bougie bitch.
That's what I'm saying. So it's like
that's scary.
The whole drama aspect of it, I don't need. Like I'd rather have.
Are you gonna watch it?
Yeah, I'm gonna watch it.
Okay, I won't say anything. Then.
Carlton was a straight asshole. He's a dick. Like if you want to take the funny part out of him,
I'd rather have it.
I expect him to be doing drugs and shit. If he ever, I expect some shit like that. Thinking about Carlton.
The episode I saw was when that nigga got mad at Will for kissing Lisa. And he pushed the nigga in the water or whatever, or pushed him in the water or whatever. They had a fight. Yeah. All that little
So you watched the whole episode then, nigga? You ain't watched it?
No, that's what I'm saying. I watched it good.
I
watched it.
That episode was an hour. I was like, that's an hour.
I watched enough for me to get
Okay, I was about to say, that's damn near that.
I watched enough.
That's the last like 10 minutes of the episode, nigga.
He said, I watched all but last 10 minutes.
Right, and I watched enough for me to get the gist of it, and I was like, okay.
Nigga, you watched the whole episode.
So, I was like, I'm cool, my nigga. Nah, honestly, I really only watched about 15 minutes, because that was like a recap of the show before. So, that's how you know what I mean?
Wait, what? So you watched the second episode? I'm confused.
I don't know what episode it was, because I'm watching it on my little app, so...
Okay.
Whatever episode it pushed out, that's what I was watching.
I just want to watch your face when you watching these shows you don't like.
But I'm like thinking, Jazz would be a terrible character.
I'm trying to tell you, nigga, what shit we watched The Shine. I don't like The Shine.
The Shine is terrible.
The Shine is horrible.
That shit is bad.
I
like the first couple of episodes.
I like the first 2 seasons.
That nigga was like, oh, you should watch The Shine.
And then that shit just fell off.
We watched that shit at this
Brandon
house.
Mitchell had to touch
I was like, oh, I'm cool.
Don't worry, Brandon. What was it, Jason Mitchell?
Yeah.
Think his name Brandon on the show.
Fuck no, don't put that on. No, niggas.
Oh no, he was
the nigga who
call that nigga by his name.
All
right, say the nigga that played Easy.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
Once him and Shorty left the show, it was over with.
My bad.
Yeah, he said, nah, say that.
He said, don't call that nigga Easy.
Don't put that on Easy, nigga. He did a great job playing Easy. Everybody did a great job in that NWA movie, but, fuck that nigga.
Yeah, that nigga's a wild boy.
But no, I gotta take Bel-Air out, even though I'm like, yeah.
Check it out.
I dare you.
It's something to watch. Shit.
You know what? I'll give it another chance. I'll say that. I'll give it another chance, and then I'll come back and report how I feel about it.
How's the theme song?
It's probably gonna be the same.
Nah, ain't no real opening in West Philadelphia, Born and Raised. Ain't none of that.
So did y'all hear about Sha'Carri Richardson again?
Sha'Carri, yeah.
So it was long story short, it was a Russian Olympian that
15 years.
tested positive for basically doping, enhancements or whatever.
PED.
Right, whatever the fuck it was. She tested positive at the end of the day, but she was allowed to continue to compete. And of course, Sha'Carri Richardson came out and made a statement about it, which I'm so happy she did, because as soon as I read that article, I'm like, man, that's fucked up. Why did she get to compete and they sat here and kicked Sha'Carri Richardson out? So she made her little statement saying, you know, what's the difference or whatever. It's basically saying that it's a double standard between, you know, the stories, blah, blah, blah. You had, after she made her statement, you had a representative come back and respond, basically saying that you can't compare a Russian athlete to an American athlete. The situations are two different situations, and basically saying that Richardson was caught before the Olympics, and you know, basically saying the situations are completely different.
It's a bullshit excuse.
100%. In my opinion, I feel this a 100% bullshit excuse, and it just goes to show you that racism still exists. To those motherfuckers, to those motherfuckers that are doubting it, because there's still a lot of them out there that are. But that right there is racism in your motherfucking face. And I don't give a fuck what anybody got to say about it. My response to that is racism 100%.
It's a bullshit spin on like trying to say, oh, you can't compare, because no, my nigga, like that's literally the same situation. You had two people that had doping situations, and one was pretty much treated as a pariah, and one over weed,
over marijuana,
over something
that
that's
at
legal
this point
in how many states?
I want to say over 10 at this point,
and I'm sure it's legal in a lot,
if not over 10, almost
countries.
10, almost 10 at this point. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, it's some straight up bullshit, and that's racism 100%.
And that person, and when you're doping, you're using that's a performance enhancement drug.
100%.
Weed will never be looked like as any type of enhancement. If
Not
anything,
at all.
you're hindering yourself.
Not at all. It's not an enhancement. I wouldn't call it a hindrance. I would
said
say,
if anything. I'm not calling it a hindrance, but I said if
nah,
anything.
it's not a hindrance though. I would say it's more so. How can I explain?
Well, if you're competing in the Olympics, I don't think
It's
you should
more
be
of
You can take an edible.
what's the best word I can use? It's more of an
So
effect.
sedative.
It's more an effect. Yeah, it's more of a sedative effect.
I mean, it can relax your muscles after you have a hard workout.
Nigga, because I used to smoke before. I used to go into my math class before college and have a great day. And math was one of my hardest subjects.
Smoke high, get high scores.
Hey, man.
Like
Amen.
Redman said it best.
Amen.
It's all about your body chemistry.
So, yeah, I just wanted to point that out. I thought that was some bullshit. I actually
They
need to
started to
take a
say
piss
that.
real quick.
Good chest, nigga. You got for your PP break?
Yeah, it was much needed. This Hennessy is
Kicking in.
it's great, man.
You rent it. You don't buy it.
It's wonderful. Nah, to the motherfuckers out this, let me make this a message, public announcement real quick. Listen here, motherfuckers. If you are going to a rental agency,
Oh my God.
any type of rental, anything, I don't give a fuck if you renting out a storage unit, nigga. At the end of the day, it's called a rental for a motherfucking reason, because it ain't yours. You're renting it.
Just like this Hennessy.
Nah, I bought that motherfucker.
Well, you deposited it in the toilet. You know what I'm saying?
100%. Shit, it did it's doing its duty.
I hope you ain't renting.
But hell, what the fuck?
Putting it back in the bottle.
Nigga, I don't even want to know the nigga that's even renting alcohol. I don't want to drink with him. At the end of the day, we can't.
It's a
be
different
partners.
breed. That's a different breed.
I can't fuck with you.
We get this for
At
2
the end of
hours
the
and
day.
then finish it. Then I don't.
All I'm saying is this, man. When you go to a rental agency, oh, nigga,
Cause
rude.
That was about to be your background music. My bad.
Nigga, rude. Look, man. treat the motherfucking property as such. It ain't yours. It's rented, motherfucker. That's all I'm saying. You know, and I ain't gonna speak too much more on that. I'm done.
Alright, so I was just gonna talk about some music, but if you have more topics, you know, we can end it with music. I know you got some quick hits, by G.
A couple of quick hits. So did y'all see this? This was last night actually. Last night, latest versus.
Oh no, I didn't watch what's that?
It was a sports highlight versus.
Oh, the AI versus T-Mac shit. I thought you were gonna talk about Music Soul Child versus Anthony. I didn't see either. So
that one was good.
Take it away.
Well,
I heard Music Soul Child got.
Since you brought it up, Music Soul Child definitely got gypped. I'll say that because they kept cutting them off. Damn, I got ashes all on my shirt. But
the verses ain't free no more.
Nah, they trying to charge you for it. But
they still have it on Instagram. You say they still watch it.
It's you got options. But
they got the VIP lounge in versus now. Supposedly.
The Anthony Hamilton versus Music Soul Child was fucking great, and I wish they would have stopped cutting Music Soul Child off because it would have been a better show. But overall, it was good. Now the highlights though with Allen Iverson and T-Mac. I don't know if I'm really like I tuned in for it, but I don't know if it's gonna be somewhere like I'm excited to see type shit.
No, I just happened to see it. I was like, oh shit, they're doing this now. So I didn't watch the actual verse. I just looked in to see like what people were talking about and like what they were, I guess, trying to the pre-game or the pre-whatever. Mm-hmm. It just didn't seem like you said exciting to me for me to like stay tuned enough. So I was like, fuck this shit. I'm not about to sit and watch no damn highlights. Like,
It's just the same shit that they always show.
I do my own braces if I want to.
But it's the same thing they always show though. Like it's nothing new. Like, granted, I'm not saying not to give these niggas their roses because they definitely deserve it. They deserve it 100%. But at the end of the day, it's the same highlights that they always show.
Now, if drunk AI showed up to the verses to talk his shit, I would have loved to see that.
Nah, it really wasn't none of that. And then you had Shaq up there, and then it was some other annoying ass. I don't know what her name was, but she was the co-host. Her voice was so fucking annoying and just piercing. And she just talked a lot. And she wasn't really a great host. I don't know if it was her first time or not, but I hope that, I don't know her name. But I hope that she gets some type of training after this.
Damn.
Because it wasn't the best.
She was there for a reason, my nigga.
But, yeah, whatever. But she still needs some help. Yeah, it wasn't the best. But I don't know if I'm going to be tuning in, like, excited to see the next one as I am with the actual verses.
I don't know if I'm still that excited to see the next verses.
It depends on who it is, I'll say that. But I tune in to the motherfuckers because it is interesting to see. And it's also a great reminder, you know, of the history that certain artists may have and, you know, a lot of shit that they play, a lot of people don't know, and especially sometimes I don't even know.
This is all ESPN classic. Like that's
no,
all
I'm talking
doing.
about the music.
Oh, I thought you were talking about
that
end.
But yeah, you're right. On the sports end, this is all the same shit that they show on ESPN.
Yeah.
It ain't nothing.
You remember ESPN Classic, right?
Yeah,
the channel like
it's still around. If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, okay.
So it's nothing new. You know what I mean? That's why I'm like,
cable, so I don't know.
To me, it's nothing that I would really have to tune into. You know what I mean? But if I just happen to come across it, maybe I'll, you know, hop in and see what's going on. But I wasn't impressed. Saying all that to say, it's just like it didn't really do me any
another one?
Any good. Yeah. This nigga. Got another one? You got another one?
Yeah. If you want.
Oh, well, I already asked y'all this, but y'all didn't check out the Kanye West documentary.
No, I gotta check it out. Yeah, I said I'm gonna do it today.
I can honestly, excuse me, that's that Henny. I can honestly,
his words.
Right, I can honestly say, it was a great documentary, man. I don't know how many episodes it's going to be, but I know they're supposed to be releasing like every week or something like that.
Okay.
So
it's Kanye, so it
right.
ain't gonna be one episode or just one
hell
sitting.
no. honestly though, once you watch the first one, you gonna want to see more.
No,
And
I heard it's good.
You gonna hope it's more. You know what I mean? Especially again, if you one of them niggas who was an original like Kanye type fan. You know what I mean? It's very refreshing. But it's also like watching all of that shit, man, is just a reminder of how much of an actual genius this nigga really is. And I don't give a fuck how much bullshit he may say. That nigga's a genius in his own right when it comes to the music. You know what I mean? So watching the documentary is just like, it's crazy to see how he spoke this shit really all into, you know, fruition basically. And at the end of the day, it's also kind of crazy to see like this nigga is so good and you have him really trying to fight to get signed. You know what I mean? So
no, like I was saying before we started, it's like The Last Call. If anybody knows that song off of
for sure, 100%.
Dropout.
College Dropout, yeah.
College Dropout. The last song. It's literally just. It sounds like just a visual version of that, but of course more in depth.
But it's not even him narrating it, which I think is what makes it better.
No, I didn't mean like literally, but I meant like him just, you know.
No,
his story being told.
Yeah. No, but that's what I'm saying, because it's not Kanye narrating it. At least it wasn't in that first episode.
I'm sure he played a part in it though, right?
I'm pretty sure, yeah. I would have to assume.
If it's any content about
him, I'm sure he has something to do with it. But yeah, man, I highly recommend y'all check it out because I can't wait for the next couple of episodes. That shit is gonna be good, man. So I thought y'all would have seen it by now though, but
nah, I just been bullshit.
Coachella, y'all hear about Coachella?
Mm-hmm. Oh, they took away all the
dropped all of the COVID
restrictions.
So nigga, just come as you please. You ain't gotta show no vaccination card, no type of.
So you up in there, huh?
Nah. I ain't never been to Coachella.
I want to go to Coachella, but
I would love to. But their tickets is too fucking expensive.
Yeah, it was like $500-$600 or
something like that. Yeah. Starting at like $500.
My
and then you gotta drive there, nigga.
Yeah, it's a good drive. It's what, 2.5?
You gotta drive there, get an Airbnb, so it's more than just a ticket.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
It's a true investment.
That's just to get you in, right?
Right.
Yeah.
It's a real investment.
And then it's a whole, was it 2 weekends, right?
Yeah.
It's 2 weekends, right?
2 weekends.
4 days, yeah.
I mean, it's the same thing every weekend.
Well, no, because I know some people that actually like go to both like weekends. They like stay out there.
Wow, that's a long time.
That's a lot, yeah.
I don't know how I feel about that though. Like, granted, I do appreciate the fact that it is a little.
Look, where it's not LA County, so
it's a little bit of normalcy.
It's Coachella, wherever, whatever county that's a part of.
I want to see the reports on
the cases
as this nigga coughs.
Right.
But
that was like right on cue.
Right. But nah, yeah, man, I thought that was kind of interesting. Although in the state of California, on the 15th, they ended the mask mandate.
Well, the outdoor mask mandate. That's what people got it.
Nah,
if you read it correctly, it says it's still the indoor mask mandate still applies. It's just the outdoor mask mandate for events or something like that.
Either way, it don't apply.
So that's why they were able to lift it.
Either way, it don't apply for LA County. That's the thing.
Yeah, that's true.
So it applies to everywhere else in California.
If you come where I work at, you better come in with a mask.
You better come in with a mask.
That's all I gotta say.
100%. That's real. Cause I ain't playing that shit. Otherwise, I'm gonna spray your ass down.
You will do it.
I can't wait to see the headlines out of the coach. Well, I won't say I can't wait. I don't wish it up on nobody, but I can see the headlines.
Yeah, there you go. You can foresee what's coming.
Yeah, the numbers. You know what I mean? But yeah, I thought that was kind of interesting. Let me just run through the rest of my topics real quick. Which song is this? Is a topic I seen on Twitter. I thought it was kind of interesting. Which song is better, Pound Cake or Money Trees? Pound Cake being Drake and Jay-Z.
I like Money Trees.
I like Money Trees better, and I'm a whole. I'm a whole fan.
Yeah, that's all I wanted to add. Yeah.
I like Pound Cake too. It's a very good song.
Yeah. Money Trees.
I like Money Trees.
I like Money Trees.
We're all in agreement. Money Trees. Okay.
Money Trees is the transition of that motherfucker.
Cold.
Crazy.
Perfect.
And you know what's even better? If you hear the original sample that's from, fucking amazing.
The way they did with
How
it.
they did it,
Not to get
amazing.
No way, no, you
Fucking headed hoes. No way. Nigga used to scream that shit coming back from school. College days, nigga, coming back.
I'd say, and I think I
That was like my last year of college. Yeah.
I told Kenny this when I think we had first started talking about Kendrick, but that album, nigga, is so true. Like, it's so true to its form.
When it comes down to the storytelling of it.
That is the shit I was doing with my homeboys in high school.
Oh, you here for Sherang, homie?
Having fun, just doing stupid shit. You know what I mean?
Get out before I pull you out.
So it just rings very true. Niggas listening to Jeezy. You know.
Mama stay.
And my last topic is back on Kanye. This nigga wanting people to pay.
Chi-Town's finest.
Right. This nigga want people to pay $200 for Donda 2 because he's only releasing it on his stem player.
Okay. I'll give you a counter argument. Nipsey did that.
Nipsey did do that.
There's this one rapper out in New York, I forget his name is losing me right now, but he does it. There's a lot of independent artists that do it.
Yeah, it's a couple. Nipsey, I think, was the first because he sold this for, what was it, $100? So,
I don't think he was the first, but I guess.
Well, I'm not gonna say he was the first, but I'll say he was the first to publicly.
Master P was first.
He was the first to to sell it at $100.
Yeah, no, I get it.
He was
at the price point that he
right.
Like
the first to be.
Well, I think Hov. The story is that Hov bought like over 1,000 copies of it or something like that.
I think he brought 10 copies.
Nah, I think there was more than 10 copies.
For Nipsey?
Yeah, I could be wrong.
You can look it up. That's what Google's for.
So you believe everything the internet tell you?
But $200. Wow.
Yeah, $200.
And it's like,
Y'all knock my fucking phone out one more time.
It's on his.
who knocked the phone out?
You.
Nigga, why's your phone right there?
Cause I'm looking at the fucking camera, nigga.
It's on the.
Why is you leaning back?
On his little
Because it's
stem
a
player.
couch.
It's on the stem player.
Mm-hmm.
There's a little, little circle shit that he was selling.
It's a device.
Yeah. So I thought that was interesting, man. I'm not gonna be tuning into that album.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure I'll be able to get the music somewhere somehow without having to buy a stem player. So if I really wanted it, like
I'm sure eventually, yeah.
It's not. The thing is, he said it's just not going to be on streaming platforms. I'm sure the album still will be for sale on like.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Eventually,
if you go to the iTunes store or whatever the case is, you can actually purchase the album. I'm sure, but
Are you purchasing it?
I don't really purchase albums, so
I'm not purchasing.
I'm not gonna say I'm purchasing it.
No offense,
Damn,
yeah.
I can't even remember the last time I purchased and downloaded the album. Fuck.
I mean, if I was that excited, if I was that excited for the album, I would have. But
Last time I
not
purchased,
$200.
the last time I purchased the album was an actual motherfucking CD from the record store. But yeah,
Last album I purchased, I think, was J. Cole 2014.
yeah, I ain't purchased the album.
Well, Forest Hills?
Yeah.
I bought that vinyl. I didn't like buy an album.
Now that's dope. That's a little different. Them shits is definitely collectors.
Just like I got the yellow album vinyl.
Yeah, that's a collector piece for sure. For sure.
The only thing I had was just music. The Big Crit album that just recently came out.
You know, man, I don't fuck with Crit, but
Die Hard Crit fan.
this album just wasn't for me.
It was a lot of skips on it. I wouldn't say a lot. It was quite a few though for me on there.
We get my sub 6 on there.
I wish.
Nah, I wish.
I would take another my sub thing. That shit.
Yeah,
I
it
love
wasn't
that
for
little-
me. I kind of felt
Whatever
like
that series.
this album was made. This was an album that I feel is
He was being creative. thinking outside.
Yeah,
Trying to think outside this box. Experiment.
I feel a lot of artists tend to make when they just have like a vibe or a feel that they just kind of want to get out.
They quote a vibe. Yeah, that's what they say when they quote a vibe. That's
No, because it's true shit. Like
I get it.
It's
Well,
just,
I don't get it. I'm not.
It's like 808
it's
I can
just
understand. I guess.
it's just a vibe or a feel, a real feel or mode. You know what I mean? That they really in at the moment, creatively, and they want to just kind of express themselves and they express who they are, and just kind of get that shit out. So I kind of feel like this particular album was one of those albums because it wasn't made for me. And I fuck with Crit. Like I fuck with Crit tough. I was telling Kenny before we started the show, I'm like, I seen a nigga on the 85 South show, and I'm like, damn, this nigga up there looking fly than a motherfucker.
Looking like new money.
Looking like new money, and it's cool.
This is my shit, right?
Yeah. And it's cool because I'm not going to sit here and say I'm a fanatic, a fan or a fanatic of Crit, but I've been following the nigga.
It's okay. It's okay for you to say you're a fan of Crit, bro. It's okay.
Nah, because when niggas, for me, when you say you're a fan of somebody, that means you really know everything that they fucking drop. So that's why I can't.
Okay, all right. To that degree, I get what you're saying.
That's why I can't say I'm a fan.
But you know most of his discography.
Yeah, most of his shit. But
you know 90% of it, nigga.
I can't sit here and name every song that's on every album. That's what I mean.
Okay, all right.
That's what I'm like. I'm not necessarily a fanatic.
You're a fan,
like
but you're not a fanatic.
No, I follow him. I fuck with that nigga tough, but I'm not a fanatic like that. You know what I mean?
Okay, I got you.
But I definitely, I've been following the nigga for years. So to see him on the 85 South show and the nigga looking like new money, I'm like, damn, it's crazy.
Yeah, it's dope.
You know what I mean? Just to see the evolution of an artist. You know what I mean? So it was cool. But hearing the album again, saying evolution on that end, it's still cool to see where the shit that he can do. But this particular album wasn't for me. But watching the 85 South show, he did mention that he was gonna drop another project. So I'm hoping that one is kind of get my ear a little better.
I feel it. Nah, one caught my ear is fucking currency shit. I fuck with Big Crits. I fuck with what he was trying to do, I guess, but it just didn't. I guess, like you said, it didn't hit for me.
It just didn't register.
Currency and Alchemist, them niggas is like Shaq and Kobe, my niggas. Like that shit is. This past project, I think it's called Continuance.
You can't mess with Alchemist.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard to fuck up on his beats.
Alchemist.
You really got to be saying some ABC shit on there to really fuck up his beats. Even then.
Can't mess with Alchemist, man. He's a cold motherfucker.
But nah, I fuck with the features he got on there. He got a feature. I know you don't really know about him, but the nigga from Detroit, Boldy James.
I know about
Boldy. You know Boldy?
Yeah.
Okay.
Boldy James been rapping for a minute. I'm not gonna say I'm the biggest follower.
Yeah. No, I fuck with him though. Same, but
he been around for a minute.
If he drops an album or if he drops some shit, I'll listen to it. I'll say that. You know what I mean? I won't go run into it, but I'll eventually listen.
I can't necessarily say that, but I recognize the name because he's been around for years.
Right.
He's been around for a cool minute now. So.
But nah, he got.
But he's not bad either.
He got some dope features on there. He got some shit with Styles. He got some shit with who was it? Wizkid, Wiz Khalifa. So now he got some dope shit on there. And again, you can't really miss with Alchemist. So
yeah,
but that's all I had. Unless Cornel got something. I mean, we're almost at 2 hours, so we can wrap it up.
Yeah, I've never been a currency fan, but yeah.
No,
what?
Damn.
Really?
That hurts my heart.
Why not? Well, I have to know why not. Why?
His raps just never connected with me. I like Michael Knight. Like I really like that song a lot.
Yo sound like the most mainstream song that nigga got. But I get it. I mean, if you're not a fan, I get it.
I'm just not a fan.
I get it.
I mean, I ain't gonna say
that's one of my favorite artists.
I'm not a fan of currency. It's just his music.
Currency. Like
it everything is right. I mean, he rises. He has great beats and everything.
You fuck with Smoke Dizzy?
I can't say that I listen to them a lot. I've heard of them, but
so who do you listen to?
I mean, I fuck with Wiz. As funny as that to say because
Really?
they pretty much
You don't
want the
fuck
same.
with Currency?
It's the
so how fly? You just skipped over every currency verse. He was like, nah, skip this nigga.
pretty.
You said pretty fucking much.
How far back do you go?
That's terrible.
So back until like Prince of the City.
Yeah, okay.
That
was back when I was in high school.
That's what I'm saying. I listened to Currency.
I believe
music.
that's further back to me because I only fuck with Wiz up until back until Cushion Orange Juice.
I fuck with him like Burn After
Rolling.
I fuck with him with Burn After Rolling. Once Burn After Rolling came out, that's when I started fucking with Wiz.
I ain't like Burn After Rolling.
Yeah, 'cause I like Burn After Rolling. So
I ain't like Flight School.
Really?
I like Flight School.
I felt like Flight School was too commercial.
Really?
I don't like none of Wiz commercial shit.
Nigga, if you go back to Prince of the City, that's when he was commercial. That's when he was rapping. That's when he was rapping different. And he started once he got with Currencies, he started rapping that smoker shit.
That's interesting.
He was still talking about fucking rolling Swisher Sweets on fucking Prince of the City.
Yeah. So how we wasn't talking about smoker shit?
He wasn't like a stoner rapper like he once that Burn After Rolling shit, he became like Wiz Khalifa. You know what I mean? Like in the sense of him being like the stoner type of rapper. Like before that, he wasn't really. He was talking street shit. that was a wild thing to me. If you go back in his discography.
All right, question. How much was that hat?
Hmm?
How much was that hat?
This
about
was
$85.
85, yeah.
That's fucking ridiculous. I am so tired. It's a nice hat, but I'm tired of motherfuckers charging.
For what they did to the Coke Crush?
Bruh. A hat used to be motherfucking $20, $25.
Nigga, never. Even when I was a big New Era fan, when New Era was like it and Mitchell Ness, all that shit, them shits was still like 35.
A hat.
And don't let it have a whole bunch of stitching on it. It's like 45, 50 bucks.
Well, see, I don't do the whole patches and all that shit.
I'm just saying if. I'm not saying if you did it. I'm just saying most of my hats that I wore were 30 to 35 bucks.
Out here, you
before
used to be able to get a hat, even. I'm about to just drink all of that. Even before New Era and all that, New Era got popular. Nigga, you'd be able to get a hat for like 15, 20 bucks, and then it raised to like 25 to 30, and then 35. So like 40 bucks.
Where you was getting your hats from? I mean, LA may make a different price.
The swap meet.
Okay, there you go.
Get them from the swap meet, but even then, the motherfuckers didn't cost that. Nigga, now they cost you anywhere from $75 to $150. That is fucking ridiculous.
Well, this hat is from not to sound like bougie, but this hat is from a specific designer. That's why
I don't give a fuck.
A little bit more expensive.
I don't really care because it looked like a Mitchell and Ness or a
like
fucking
very basic design.
a New Era or something. Not to hate on it.
I'm not
hating on it.
Most niggas, when you bring up shit like that, they go hate. So I do it.
I said it was a nice hat, nigga. I did say that.
Exactly.
I started the beginning of all of this saying that it's a great hat, but the price point is fucking ridiculous, man. That's fucking crazy. What was the price of hats?
Now we want to talk about creativity and originality.
When like let's say when I say 18. What was the price of hats back when you was in Chicago?
Maybe like you said Chicago.
The lowest
Chicago.
That sounded funny as hell. Maybe like 35 to 50. I want to say.
That was the lowest that you could remember, my boy?
Yeah.
And Kenny?
How much I was playing in Baltimore? Or
like the lowest that you could remember.
Well, the thing
kid growing up.
The thing is, my pops used to like buy shit in New York because he lived out there. So I really.
Okay, how much was a hat when you first bought it?
When I first bought it, that's what I'm saying. It was like after tax, it was like 30, 35 bucks.
Okay.
It was never 18, 20, 25. But again, maybe I was shopping in the wrong stores. So.
No, I'm not saying you was. I'm just saying like out here you could get a hat for like around 25.
I mean, I was going to
30
New York
bucks.
Shit, if you go to New York, you go to Canal Street where they sell all the fake shit. You can buy shit for hella cheap.
I'm not buying no fake shit. I don't buy. I've never wore no fake shit. But
just that.
Nah, it's not no fake shit. This is real like shit. Like hats.
I'm not saying it's not.
Even now, you can go to the swap meet and get you a New Era, a real New Era for lower than what you're gonna get it for at the New Era store.
You could do the same thing at the flea market back home because the flea market and swap meet, they're cousins. So I get it, but I wouldn't be shopping at the flea market.
Yeah. I mean, the swap meet. And the
It
flea
depends
market,
on what you mean by
reputation.
shopping though. What are you getting from there when you say shopping?
I feel like the LA swap.
I'm not
meet has a
buying-
different reputation.
I'm not buying no shoes. From
It's
the
a
swap meet.
little more. It's a little bit more fashionable, I guess, to go to the swap meet.
I'm not buying no shoes from the swap meet.
Boy, them shits
What is a swap meet?
Them shit's gonna disintegrate.
Well, what is a flea market? It
the
sounds
same
like it's the
thing.
same
Like,
shit.
It's the same. That's why I said they cousins. They're the
Sellers
same thing.
coming,
It's
I-
a whole bunch of
I think
sellers
the
coming to
difference- the
one
only difference-
location and selling shit.
I think the only difference is swap meet might be inside. Flea market is outside.
No, flea market. They know the flea market back home is they got a part that's outside, but it's mostly on
See,
Remember,
so
it gets
yeah,
cold
so
where we
what
come
is the
from.
difference?
right. Exactly. Yeah, nigga. We can't be outside all day. Right. Yeah,
So
we
what
can't
is
be
the
outside
difference?
all day,
So that's
nigga.
what I'm saying. So what is the difference between the swap meet and the
I
flea
told you
market?
when I went back home to propose, it was 17 fucking degrees. You think niggas gonna be trying to sell some
Right.
shit at 17 degrees?
Crazy, nigga.
Right, yeah.
I hope it ain't that cold.
Trying to sell some organic lemonade in 17 degree weather.
I'm really hoping it ain't that
Shit,
cold
it was
when I go
cold,
out there,
it
nigga,
was
because I don't know
snowstorm.
what I'm gonna do.
Oh yeah, that nigga gonna be like a fish out of water.
I'm gonna have to get me a jacket.
I told you, go on NorthFace.com and stop
Yeah.
bullshit and get you a real
Nah,
coat.
I done found me some shit.
Don't
on
get
there.
no jacket. Don't
The
even type
motherfuckers
jacket.
is expensive though.
Yeah,
nigga.
exactly, nigga.
What the fuck? It
North Face is a brand. I mean,
pay to
it's a,
be warm, huh? Ain't
Yeah.
that a bitch? I
but
guess-
North Face is a brand that's been out for a
And
minute.
nigga, that's why I just keep my ass
Nigga,
at home.
boots.
nigga.
Shit, you go to DC, them niggas be wearing full North Face outfits.
Snow boots.
Is that some
Nigga,
fly
have you
shit
ever
out
had-
there?
For
Have you
DC, yeah, for
Hey,
nigga, I used to
yeah.
laugh at it too, bro. The way you laughing at it
Yeah.
is the way I laughed at it.
Have you ever
That's
had
a
the
fly
That's some
shit out
DC.
there,
That's some
nigga?
DC shit.
Have
If
ever
you see a
carried
nigga in
another
full
pair
North
of
Face,
shoes?
DC.
That's some fly shit.
Which is better?
What'd
Have
you
you
say,
ever
bro?
had to carry another pair of shoes and wear some snow boots?
Oh yeah, he ain't lived that
Nah,
life.
my
He ain't lived
nigga.
that life.
I've
Yeah.
never seen snow.
He ain't lived that
I
life.
ain't never
Yeah.
touched no snow.
So you never been like to the what's the shit out here?
Big
You go
Bear?
to Big Bear.
Nah,
Yeah, you never
I've
been to Big Bear?
I've never seen snow
That's
in my life.
That's I think you did tell me that though.
Great phone.
And it snowed the last time I was just home. You said great, yeah, true. Nigga, you ain't had to shovel that bullshit. You ain't had to get it
Right.
off your car.
Had to wake up 20, 30 minutes earlier.
To warm your shit,
car.
nigga. If you had the automatic starter, you was a real nigga.
Oh yeah, I had one.
Yeah, you was a slick nigga. I had one. Yeah, I had one after a while, but
But you
my
had to
Buick,
wipe your shit
my
off.
first car was a Buick, nigga. That shit was not no automatic anything. I had to fucking go out there and warm that bitch up. Big ass
I don't
Buick.
know nothing about that life. I don't think I want
Had
to.
a Buick
To tell you
LeSabre,
the truth, it don't sound
Oh,
like
you
it's
don't?
too pleasing.
You had to go to school in that shit.
nigga. And you
Yeah,
was
cool.
praying for a snow day. You was just
We
praying.
never
nigga.
got snow.
You be staring at the news.
That's funny, nigga.
Y'all- So hold on. Well, yeah, Chicago.
Yeah, we
that's
it
true.
snowed all the
So
fucking time.
y'all expected the snow? Yeah, that's true.
Nigga, we used to be happy for rainy days.
Nah, Baltimore nigga, like after
We
like
was going in 16
we-
inch.
I was just about to say after 10
it be
inches of
3,
snow.
4 feet of snow and you gotta walk through.
They call them
walk.
shits rainy day schedules at school, nigga. We on a rainy day schedule
Rainy day,
today.
nigga, take your ass
the
to
fuck
school.
out.
Like, take your rainy day.
We on a rainy day schedule today, y'all. We get to stay, chill, kick it.
On a rainy day?
On a rainy day, nigga, we go on this side.
See, that's why y'all drive like this on the rain. That's
You know what I'm
exactly because
telling
they
you,
had y'all doing that shit for
Yeah,
them.
nah, the
crazy,
rain out
man.
here to us, nigga, is
Y'all was
fucking
sweating some
like-
fucking snowstorm and hail
Nigga.
coming down.
So
With
for
fucking
some motherfuckers,
started to drizzle.
if you don't know how to drive, you know what I mean?
That shit
But
is sad, bro.
yeah, nah, for some motherfuckers, bro. Once
Then
it
again, it's a
rain
lot
out
of
here,
transplants out here, so they driving from however they accustomed to driving from wherever they're from. So
But
Black
like
Park, right?
College Park,
College Park, fucking
oh,
Mechanic
Decatur,
the Qaeda.
right? All
Northside.
those places. She's saying is not Atlanta, so she got like the
Don't-
internet.
it's
Decatur.
technically not Atlanta.
So what is it?
It's I
Another
mean
city.
they're outside of Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
Like Decatur's not
Like
Atlanta.
Marietta.
Decatur,
So it's
Decatur,
just
Georgia.
Georgia.
It is Georgia. It's like saying niggas that say, oh,
Compton.
if they're from Palmdale, but they're not from LA. It's Palmdale.
I got you.
You know what I mean?
I got
You're outside of it, but they could still.
Or Santa Ana.
I guess they could claim Atlanta, but they're not in Atlanta. Like if you talking to a nigga that's not knowing Georgia, like you say yourself, like a non.
No, because it's the same shit.
you
When
would just
nigga-
say, okay, I'm from.
when a nigga say, "Oh, Culver City," no nigga, I'm from West LA.
Okay,
It's
there
a
you go.
difference. Like, granted, the borderline is very close.
But that's still, yeah, okay. I get what you're
But-
saying. But, yeah, I mean, yeah, Decatur's not Atlanta.
But I understand if you say if a nigga say he from, or if a nigga is from Palmdale, but he's saying he from LA. Those are two different things.
Yeah, but he would probably tell a nigga he's from LA that's not from California that doesn't know Palmdale. Not for clout, but just to
Right,
say.
to
I
say-
mean, like
Because you don't feel like explaining
like,
Palm.
like,
You know what I
for
mean?
instance, in Chicago, some people. would
But
be
nah,
like,
see, even then it's like that. I can't get with niggas like that.
I can say this. It's like when niggas in the DMV area, they'll live in like the outskirts of Maryland. That's like 15 minutes away from DC. They'll say they're from DC, but no, nigga, you're from PG County. That's like.
But where is PG County?
PG County is again. It's like 15, 20 minutes away from DC.
In Maryland?
It's in Maryland. It's on the
So
borderline.
they're from Maryland.
There you go.
Got you.
Yeah.
like Dwayne Wade is not from Chicago, the city. He's from Richardson, or
There you go,
he's
dude.
from the suburbs.
But he'll say he's from Chicago
That's
because
his high
it's
school, but he'll
20
say
minutes
from
away
Chicago.
or whatever the case. I don't know what it
As
is.
far as y'all
Illinois.
concerned, he's from Chicago.
Yeah.
He's from Illinois.
But to a nigga from Chicago, no nigga, you're
You're
from
from-
blah blah blah. You know what I
right.
mean? Yeah.
Got you. Yeah, see, I was trying to get an understanding of that shit because
That's all. Yeah, that's all.
You
it
know
is.
what we call Cook County, Crook County.
Yeah, see, I don't know nothing about that.
Yeah.
I still gotta go to
They got
Chicago.
them off of
Oh,
for real?
That's crazy.
That's interesting.
in person.
I found it interesting when I didn't realize Hell's Kitchen was a real place.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they got a Hell's Kitchen in New York.
And then
Yeah.
every single Batman.
Like,
Off of Marvel, all
Yeah,
that's
I
a
thought
real.
that was just
That
a
is a
Marvel.
real no.
You
Like
know,
even they had
it
a,
does
they had a,
seem like-
they had a
Right.
TV show, Hell's Kitchen. That's
Yeah,
that's
but
a real place.
I thought that was just like a made up Marvel type
Name?
spot.
No,
It does seem fake.
Right.
It does seem fake.
Hell's
Because it's a lot of shit that happens in Hell's Kitchen in the Marvel world.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Daredevil.
I think it's like a
fucking
hippie or a
Electra,
hipster. It's a
all
hipster
them
part of town in
motherfuckers,
New York.
It's Boys Town now.
That's crazy. I don't know.
Last time I went there, I went to a club. Then I walked outside.
What is
I was
Hell's
like,
Kitchen like? That shit hood? I
No,
would
everyone
imagine
just
it
said.
is.
You heard what I just said? I said it's
WeHo.
Boys Town over there.
It's WeHo.
Yes, WeHo.
Oh, okay.
Nothing's wrong with that.
Nothing's wrong at all.
I just was very surprised
It's
because
not-
it's,
it's
called
not-
Hell's Kitchen.
It's not a part of the town. No, the old '90s Hell's
It's kind of
Kitchen.
funny actually.
No, the old '90s Hell's
Yeah.
Kitchen
Yeah.
wasn't
Oh,
that.
If you look at it from a Christian
Yeah, from a
standpoint,
Christian
it's like,
standpoint,
oh,
shit,
it makes
fine.
sense.
It's kind of funny.
And I'm not gonna, yeah.
Well, I'm not. I'm just saying.
I know what you said. I'm like,
Right.
okay, well, from a Christian
I'm
standpoint,
sorry.
yeah.
I find the humor. I look at the humor on every standpoint. You know.
I know,
I'm
me
just
too. I
saying,
think that community could find humor
Well,
in that.
it's kind of funny.
Yeah.
It's a chuckle.
Yes,
But no, I'm saying the
Yeah.
old '90s Hell's Kitchen, the '80s Hell's Kitchen, it wasn't
But
that.
I'll say
It
this:
turned into
it's a Dick Street in West Hollywood too. So I thought that was kind of funny. I'm just,
this nigga would take it to that level.
hey, I'm just being real. We talking about Hell's Kitchen, nigga.
that just came out. I
It's
was
a Dick
like,
Street
oh,
in West Hollywood. When I seen that,
that's on purpose.
I was working at Enterprise, had to go pick up a customer, and I picked the nigga up off Dick Street. And I'm like, what the
See,
fuck?
when he started telling these type of stories, that's when I know it's time to wrap it up. Cause he you know,
Bro, I'm telling nigga, it's funny.
he said, yeah.
It's funny, and nigga. I'm telling some truth. It's a Dick Street in West Hollywood.
We heard you. Yeah, we heard you.
Whatever, nigga.
They got mother load. They got pump.
Nah, I mean, that's honestly that's all I got.
All them innuendos.
So I guess we could we literally wrap it up in 2 hours. Well, yeah, it was a good episode.
Oh, yeah, edit. Nigga, you
That's
edit.
what I was trying to end. Nigga, I be trying to end way before. I be
Try
trying to.
harder.
Oh, it's on me. Oh, so y'all put that on me.
Talking.
It's on me.
I didn't
I
say
was
anything.
quiet.
I don't mind 2 hours. So,
So you.
I be having
He ain't
my
got to do
set.
no.
Y'all
He
see
ain't
what
got
I did?
he don't edit the audio. You edit the audio. And I edit the video.
It's
That's why you don't give a fuck.
it's much appreciated. It's much appreciated.
We the one that got to go back and listen to our voices.
It's much appreciated.
Over and over
At the
again.
end of the day,
So
we
this
all
was the
do
420
it.
wrap up because he
Wrap it up,
That's
podcast.
what I that's why I get mad at
See
this
y'all
nigga.
later.
When I be trying to wrap it
Stop
up.
talking now then.
It was the 420 wrap up
Sometimes I
podcast.
feel
This
like
episode 123.
This nigga-
West Side.
This nigga
KG.
ain't let me
West
talk.
Side.
Fuck y'all.
Cause you log with it and you know it, and we out,
Fuck
nigga.
y'all, man.
You said you log with it. I mean, your stories be going. I be trying.
Well, you said 2 hours. I was like, wait, fuck. No, yeah, end this shit.
Whatever, nigga. It's a good episode.
We keep talking.
I be trying to do like an hour 20
We
minutes.
keep talking now.
On to Karupo.
That nigga's cold, nigga.
No, he was talking about his brother right there.
Oh, that nigga, whatever. But the other nigga, that nigga cold. Nah, nigga, I seen it firsthand. Me and Kenny seen it firsthand why he a motherfucking champion.
You said when? Oh yeah.